What? You guys might have heard Chubbs. He's chiming in. We're in one of those weird moments you get with some of your pets. Cats do it a lot. I don't know about dogs, but where they'll just sit there and stare at you, like they're staring right through you. Cats do it a lot. I don't know about dogs, but where they'll just sit there and stare at you. Well, it looks like I just listened to my audio. It looks like I kind of got cut off a little, or I started too early. So I should just say welcome to the show, you guys. Thank you so very much for being here. Truly appreciate you, man. Thank you so much. I made it through my comments recently over on that video I posted, a few days or back in Sunday, and just thank you, man. Y'all are just so lovely. I really appreciate all the kind comments, and it's so cool to see how many of you have been with me for so long. I mean, different amounts of years, but wow, some of y'all go way back. So thanks so much, man. And I'm just grateful to still be here in some way. I know it's not as easy to find me these days. I'm kind of spread out. My website has been screwed up for about a month now, so I should be fixing it this week. So I haven't been able to upload there. And there's people I know that used to only go to the website to find things. But doing this, the kind of things I do in the beast system in 2024, it comes with a lot of obstacles and difficulties and problems and issues, and there's always something. There for a while on the show, every time I did live shows, it would have just crazy audio problems, or it'd start glitching out. Excuse me. And I just really had to pray about all that, man, and it's finally gone away. But once you've solved one issue, there'll be another. It's just the way it is. But it's fine. It really is a spiritual war that we're in, and I always see it through those eyes. So, but beyond that, thank you again, guys. Y'all are lovely and amazing. I really appreciate you. And I may come back on camera for something else. I've got an idea. I might even be able to put it in a video in a way, but just bear with me. But I don't want to spoil anything. But I may have something at my sleeve here, and but it has to make sense to me, and it has to, for me to do that. I've even excuse me. I even had somebody asking if I wanted to do like an interview after seeing that. And, it's not even that. I don't, even that I feel kind of weird about it. It's no offense to anybody or anything, but, it took me 15 years or so to even do it for the first time. Well, I did it on Subscribestar a couple times. I'll take that back. But on a mass level, it took me 15 years. So bear with me. But thanks again. So anyway, enough about me. Back to the show. The Creepy Clips show is something I've been doing for years. Hadn't done it in the last couple years, but it's definitely one of those kind of shows I've liked to do because, I have so many bookmarks every week for doing 2 live shows that cover all the news from the past week. So I go through tons of content. So that's why these Creepy Clips shows are kind of, the easier for me to do, and they're cool to do because I can just go back through all the bookmarks for the last year and just find all kinds of things, and even some things we forgot about and some things you'll remember. But there's all kinds of creepy clips to share. It's not so much alien UFO stuff. We all know that's demonic anyway. When I do these shows, and there's a lot of creepy, crazy things happening in the world. So, but I cover all that on KJ's What Happened and on Uncensored, and in my videos. So that being said, that's where these shows come in, and it's good to just kind of collect everything. But mostly what I show in these is supernatural, paranormal type things, with some surprises. I'll keep you guessing. But a lot of it's, shadow type people, different demonic manifestations. And that's why I always like to make sure people understand we're watching these things in a proper context. It's not any kind of worship or adoration of this disgusting stuff, these creatures. But it's an acknowledgement of their existence, which is a really big deal. Early on when I first started my YouTube channel, and for that first year, a lot of the clips I showed were paranormal, supernatural things, just things I'd share. And I wasn't talking in videos for the first couple of years I was uploading. So I was just uploading crazy, creepy clips, some of the wildest stuff I could find. I'm just very interested in it, but also I've always seen it as a tool. That's the way I've seen it, as a tool to wake up people to to realize there's more than this realm, So, an atheist may not listen to you about Jesus, but they may watch a video with, a monster or a creature or a, whatever, something supernatural, strange, and paranormal. Don't even have to be an atheist. Just people who don't get it, who don't understand. There's a war going on right now, and it's really heated up over the last few years. It's really on hot now. I know a lot of y'all feel it. I feel it. I've told you some of my experiences. So I think it's really important to share this stuff, man, and to see it. And to also keep in mind, of course, that we also live in a time where there's AI, there's deep fakes, there's CGI, there's all kinds of fake stuff too. So, we always keep that in the back of our minds as well. And we just try to discern things as we go, discern the footage and the clips. And I do have some pretty crazy, creepy clips for you. But, we discern them, but also understanding that, I mean, man, I was saying in my videos, the veil's lifting, like way back in 2015, 16, 17. I've been saying it ever since. But, I mean, it is. And now it's like, it's just crazy. There's a quickening. Things are happening a lot faster. The scales are falling off of people's eyes, which is beautiful to see. But at the same time, there's still plenty of people who are still keeping their head in the ground. They don't really want to know, what's happening and what's going on. And that'll be to their own detriment. We all have a free will, and we get to choose, and even we get to choose our path. It's crazy. Do I want to live for eternity in bliss? Or do I want to suffer in hell forever? And I know, again, a lot of people don't even think that stuff's real. Another reason why I like these types of clips, showing these types of things and helping people realize, hey, man, it's very real. This is just a glimpse of things. I mean, this isn't the real world we're in. The real world's the spiritual world. We're immortal beings that go on and on and on. And the Lord knew you before you were born. Definitely a huge test here, man. That's what it is. It's a test to get back, get back home, right? Anyway, with all that being said, man, thanks again, you guys, all you lovely people. I really appreciate you. And Tamara, thanks for being here, my friend, holding it down. And let's go ahead and get into it. Let's see. Oops, I knew I had that up there. So I thought I had that set up. My bad. Give me a second. One more time. Do this. Doing it live. Here we are. You can see. So, of course, I had to start off with one of the biggest stories of the year as far as I'm concerned, because I've been covering the kind of information for so long about the demon seed amongst us. Excuse me. The Bible even talks about it. There's Satan's seed amongst us. So, tares, goats, whatever you want to say, psychopaths. But they are here, and they've been being revealed, for years, a little bit here and there, and more it's happening. So much so now we have demon face syndrome. So this is going to be a clip, and I'll let this fella explain a little bit. The guy before this, we have a guy kind of narrating, and then we'll watch that clip where the man actually had an experience with potentially with one of these things, with somebody shifting.
Strange going on in the US, and for the past few months, for some mysterious reason, there's been several videos popping up all over social media of people seeing what's supposed to be demon faces everywhere they go.
Hey, so today I experienced something that I've never experienced in my life before.
In this specific video posted by Chip Trachenfels, he explains that he had been working.
We talk for a minute, I walk away, I go.
There we go.
And it's the same guy every time I walk in. He's got a big garage with like a couple trucks in it. I walk in, I hand him his parts, we talk for a minute, I walk away, I go on my business. Today, I walked in, and he had his back to me, and he was working on his bench, and he must have heard me coming. I don't know, because I was actually pretty quiet, I thought, but when he turned around, I jumped and kind of grabbed my mouth like that because I didn't know what to think. And he laughed a little bit, and he called me jumpy. And I was like, yeah, no, I'm just not feeling very good. And I handed him his part, and I was like, hey, I gotta go. The reason I reacted that way is because when I looked at him, he was different. he didn't look like the same guy I saw every other time. First thing I saw was he had no color in his eyes. They were completely black. Like black. Like you couldn't even see reflections. It was just a black mass. And for some reason his ears were kind of weird and they had like this little point like that. I don't know what that was.
Whatever it is that happened to...
There's a couple more on here. Let me see. I'll jump ahead some. Hey, there's that guy.
I went into work this morning.
Rare syndrome, I believe it's not the case. He uploads a part 2 and a part 3 and explains that the man that he had seen was actually dead.
I have a massive update. I went into work this morning. My boss told me because Monday is a holiday, he's like, why don't you go ahead and do your Monday route today? I had to stop at that guy's company. And I Googled his name. I have more questions now than I did before. Because the first thing that popped up was his face. And underneath it, it said obituary. That he died in October of 23.
So whatever it was that Chip saw that day, it wasn't because he had this new syndrome. It was because there. It seems as if...
Here's another one.
More people are seeing the same thing. Check this out.
Listen up, y'all. There are beings that is walking this earth, and they are not human. I just came from Kroger's. I just got out for work. I went to go pick up a few items.
I Love to Giggle too, an internet profile who is used to uploading comedy videos, recently posted this very bizarre experience she had inside of a supermarket. She explains how she was in the bread aisle.
Well, let's let her explain, sir.
And this is what happens.
While I'm in the international aisle at one end, this guy comes around and he's at the top of the same aisle. I see him still looking at me. Now, mind you, there's a couple of things that I need to get out of that aisle. So the first part of the aisle, I grab what I need to grab and I go about midways down. He's at the other end. So he's staring at me still. So I kind of look at him and I go like, how you give somebody that type look? He's still staring. So I'm looking for what I'm looking for. I can't really find it because he's throwing me off because he keeps staring. Mind you, this man don't have nothing in his cart. He's not even turned to look at any food. He's looking directly at me.
Now completely freaked out, she decides to confront the man, and this is what happens next.
I turn to look at him. Y'all, when I tell you, this man stared at me and his eyes turned black. Everything in his whole eyeball, not just the pupil, but the white part, turned completely black.
Yeah, I've even got some more examples. There's even a new one from this past week I'm going to show you. It was pretty crazy. Another reason why these types of shows to me are important is because you've heard the old saying, the greatest trick the devil ever played was fooling everybody into thinking he never existed, or he doesn't exist. And that's so true, man, especially nowadays. You can see it, so once again, it's good to, in proper context, talk about these things, share these kinds of things, I believe. All right, let's move on. Here's one some of y'all might remember. It's from about 8 months ago, the Miami Mall alien situation we had. I did a video back then on it. It's a big deal. It was a real big deal because it kind of around the time, within months of the Vegas incident, where they had we have crazy footage. I showed you of that. I think I've got that up here also, since that happened over this past year. So Miami Mall, there was some interesting footage there. Also, a lot of fakes came out. People started making. That's why, again, remember it's 2024, so people can fake stuff, and we have to keep that in mind. But there was some really interesting footage that came out of that, some legit-looking footage. And this right here was one of the alleged witnesses who's gone missing for the last few months. From what I understand, nobody can find him now. So hopefully he's okay. And hopefully he's not just BSing, seems like it's been pretty interesting, pretty legit, but we'll see. That's what he said.
Need this footage. So I don't really have a time frame of when, because we're still waiting to see how everything plays out. It's still an ongoing situation at this moment. We're hoping you know, I would love for it to be released as soon as possible. But these things have to be handled gently, just due to the sensitive nature. But what I can say is that the footage is unsettling. I've just been sharing a lot of like reenactments and stuff that's close to our experience so that people can get an idea. When you see footage like this, it's, you know, everyone thinks that, yeah, it's been normalized in our media, but when you actually see it, it kicks in later. Like it did for me and my brother and my family. It kicked in later for us that we actually like realized, oh, you know, what a footage means. Obviously, Hollywood and films, you know, you've seen like depictions of aliens and stuff, but you know it's not real. When you know it's real, you know, you see it at first, but it kicks in later. Later that we're not really alone. And different people have interpreted it differently.
This obviously makes you emotional. Am I right? And where have you and your family been staying?
We've been staying in different places. Obviously, I'm not going to, you know, reveal where we've been staying just for our family safety. And there's going to be a lot of people asking, you know, who we're telling our story to, just to protect like the was going to be paid attention to, because there were so many people that were like lying and saying stuff online. And to be honest, there was a lot of people there that night, so not everyone saw the same thing. There was a lot of people that were just running because other people were running, and it was only like a small portion of the, you know, the market goers that actually saw what happened. It wasn't like everyone. It was, you know, there were people there for sure, but I would not say that everybody saw it. I think that like what was interesting about our story was that the most interesting part is like what happened after. And, you know, even though the incident itself was like scary, I think what terrified me more is just human beings and like what we are capable of to each other, because we've been harassed. You know, a lot of stuff has happened to us afterwards that we're gonna release later on and tell everybody exactly what happened.
Your apartment was set on fire.
Yeah, we came home one day, there was an explosion, and we saw that our apartment had been set on fire. So since then we've been moving around. We're in a, you know, just different places at the moment.
And why are you speaking to us now?
Well, I'm speaking now because I think that it's been some time. We were hoping for the internet hype to go down, because, you know, I think because everything was going viral, it only made everything a little bit more amped up. So I had been slowly waiting for some time to kind of really work with people and give my story. In the time that like everything started, we'd been in touch with various, you know, companies, like at all. No one even would suspect someone of having a VHS camcorder. No, they weren't paying attention.
He filmed it on that.
And so, yeah, I have the footage here. Yeah, it's a family trip vacation gone pretty weird.
That's the most important tape in human history.
Yeah, I've thought about that a lot, that this could be the most consequential piece of footage in human history. Yeah.
And what's really messed up is and I follow a lot of these stories. I show as I look through news each week, and yeah, it's right here.
2023 to 2024 are alternate story when he and his family.
All right. But yeah, so unfortunately that we haven't seen the footage. It hasn't come out. No one's seen it yet. and hopefully him and his family are okay. Also, another reason why, not that I need all the reasons why, but another reason why I like these kinds of shows and doing these is that, you know, I grew up kind of in horror mixed with religion. I was raised in church, but also my dad loves and still loves horror and sci-fi movies. So when I was very young and very impressionable, you know, I was really being raised on HBO and Cinemax horror and science fiction movies. You know, I'd watch them with him. And I mean, you know, really scary horror and bloody stuff and all that. You know, it's like there was no limits. And that's why, you know, as I grew up, I went to film school eventually after the military to be a writer for horror and science fiction, you know, and a director, you know, ultimately is what I wanted to do. But so it was really a big part of my life, a big part of my passion. I have written a bunch of scripts throughout the years. I don't now, but back then I did, because I had an agent when I lived in Los Angeles, was shopping scripts. I was, you know, trying to make my way in, you know. I went out there for that, but it was all on that. It was all on, I really wanted to make really crazy horror films and science fiction movies, you know, and freak people out. It's the kind of stuff I used to like to write. So then when I was in LA, of course, you know, that's when I really just, the Lord really altered my course and woke me up to all this stuff online and reality, you know, about all of it, you know, how the government worships the devil and shape-shifting and what are these things and all that stuff. And I prayed about it when I was out there and asked, you know, to know all of it, all the weirdest, craziest stuff. I even said I wanted all the weird stuff, all of it, whatever it is. I just want to understand and really know. And I meant it. You know, I really meant that prayer. Man, he changed my heart. I mean, it's when I made the first scariest movie ever made. It was when I was out there, and it just completely altered my course. That I understood, wow, there's real monsters and scary stuff in the real world, huh? But nobody talks about it, you know. So I was in, and he put an obsession in me, and it's still alive today. It's why I'm still here. A huge shout out to those who support the videos and shows too. Thank you, who've kept me in this for so long. But yeah, so that's always been my history, and that's why a lot of the stuff my channel's called The Scariest Movie Ever. That's why it has that whole thing with it, and that's why I'm still interested in the weird, crazy, strange stuff. You know, I always will be, you know. But it's a healthy obsession. Don't get me wrong. We had this from about 5 months ago, the Las Vegas family situation. There was a great update, and he's showing it here. This is on Minutes of Horror on YouTube, and you can actually see the kind of cloaked creature come up. It was pretty crazy. Here we go. And experts say the footage is authentic.
The video footage that the Las Vegas family had taken of their backyard of these supposed aliens is authentic. Now, anytime I do create a video on this family, there are people that do come out and state that this family, they are grifters, they are doing it for clicks and views, this is all fake, this is all made up, they just want money. And like I said, when it comes to my videos, or like I said previously in my videos, I do promote a very healthy level of skepticism. So when I do get comments from people saying that the family is just doing this for clicks and views, I say that we can never take that off the table, but you also have to explain the police department's involvement in this story. I cannot give you 100% definite proof that the family is being genuine when it comes to these.
I'll move ahead. I think somebody mentioned in chat the CERN factor. Yeah, that's a huge one too. We have to keep in mind the CERN factor, as much as they've been playing with CERN.
Can be open to the fact that this might.
All right, I'll move ahead. And this is the some people didn't like the black and white checkerboard on his shirt, thinking maybe it's a setup. You know, he was one of the guys talking about the aliens they saw. But you also remember, you may have clothes that have some of this stuff on. I don't anymore. I haven't for years. But we're in the beast system. These are symbols of it. And it's in everything. Everything. Clothes, shoes, you know. So sometimes it just, you know, it's because we're bathed in it. You know, we live in it. And sometimes it's the agenda, you know, right?
See them. But I was able to find much.
Ben Hansen is the host of Discovery Plus's UFO Witness, and Scott Roeder is an internationally recognized evidence specialist and founder of the Evidence Room. Great to have you both here. Scott, I'll start with you. You've analyzed the video in Las Vegas in that backyard. Edited, fake, what's your take on it?
No, there's no editing. That is an original video. We did a complete analysis of it, and we tried to debunk it to see if there was something that was added to the video. We used a vector tracking software that has an AI component to it, and all of our results came back as it was authentic. So there's something in that video. There's two things actually in that video. There's something that happens in the background, which I found initially, and I didn't even see.
And he's talking about, if you didn't know, the Vegas UFO that situation and the aliens in the backyard. Some of you may remember some of this. All right, that's what they're talking about, the footage.
Or recognize the being or whatever it is above the fence until just a few weeks ago. It was pointed out to me by a subscriber to a friend of mine's podcast. But once you see
Check it out,
you can't deny it. So there's actually two beings in the video at the same time, one in the background that I believe that the father is reacting to, and you can see it for just a split second.
And these are demonic trickster spirits, man. He's setting up this alien agenda, and this will be the excuse for the great disappearance.
When their heads separate, and at that same time, that's when the being or whatever it is comes above the fence. So I believe it's authentic.
Like you said, there's a difference between the video being authentic, right, and what it actually shows. Because Ben, there's this researcher in Britain who agrees that the video hasn't been edited, but he thinks he knows what caused this shadow, that it might be from the flashlight. Let's listen to what he had to say.
Let's rotate him a little, and we do actually see the torch. From our camera position, we can just see it about here, can't we? We can just see it over his right shoulder.
Well, let's see what he comes up with.
From right to left.
I just can't. I believe this story myself. Anyway.
Ben?
Yeah, I wanted to say congratulations, Scott and Finn, because a lot of people don't have the time to do this, and we have confirmed it's there. There's something there, but as you look at this analysis, the shadow and the light he's holding is casting through the slats of the gate, and the smudging that's appeared, I do believe, is a compression of the video because you don't have lighting up by the tree. So it doesn't mean, again, that what they were seeing about.
See if you can see it. There it was. I don't know why they played that so fast. It's starting to show up right there. You see, they're playing it super fast, but just above the fence, he starts to form, and then this dude freaks out, and then it went away.
There you can see it quickly turn its head. Now you can see two big bright eyes as opposed to one previously.
This is the thing in the background.
So there is definitely something or somethings inside this forklift, and this woman who's recording this video has noticed them as well. What I also find very interesting is that what's seen inside this forklift, if there's anything inside this forklift, but what I do see is what was described inside the Miami Mall. They were described as these tall, shadowy beings with bright eyes. Matter of fact, one of the individuals I have covered a couple times on this channel, a guy on TikTok named Fitz, has stated he does have video footage of the Miami Mall aliens. And this is one of the most recent videos that he posted on his channel. Now, I don't know if this is something he made up or it's AI or whatever this video is, but I do find it very interesting that that's how these aliens, or supposed aliens anyway, inside the Miami Mall were described, the same way that they appear here. So then also turned off any sound as well, which is very unusual. If the family had something in their backyard that they did not want the public to see, that's one thing. But why would they turn off the sound as well? But the fact...
All right, I'll go ahead and move on. He's just kind of, investigating. But to me, the bigger story of these stories, the mall and Vegas is the setup for the alien agenda, man, so to speak. It's coming. I've seen it coming since, gosh, I was making videos on it. I made a video on, it's one of those that's gone now, but it was back in Costa Rica, that was connecting Usher. Yes, Usher. He did a halftime show or something back then. He's been around for a long time. And in the Black Knight satellite. Do you guys ever look into the Black Knight satellite? You ever go down that rabbit hole? That's a really interesting one. Look up the Black Knight. It's a real thing. It's out there. And it's like even been talked about in the mainstream, you know. Here's another one from Minutes of Horror. And this is a really good story, interesting one, happened about a year ago. And as the Andrew Dawson story, and this is the young man that filmed this thing, you can see on the left side of the screen. And I think he's going to play that video. Let's see if he'll play it. Yeah, I think this is it.
What is it?
It's a person, dude. No, seriously, pull over, pull over. There's a person standing there.
No, it's not.
Dude, have you seen what I've seen right now?
Remember this
person,
one?
Dude?
A Nephilim are said to be human-angel hybrids referenced in the Bible.
Indeed, sir. All right, so let's jump ahead. Here's some more of Andrew. Here's the man that filmed it.
To record what he just saw.
Okay, I'm gonna use this as a tripod to try to keep it steady for you guys. And it's not even there anymore, too. That's where it was yesterday. I spoke to some locals and it comes and goes apparently. I don't know. See, that's me trying to keep it super steady with something. There we go. Do you know how hard it is to keep it steady when zoomed in all the way?
And to consider how massive that thing had to be, you know, like you could tell it looked like a kind of a humanoid form. It was big and so far away.
Told to go back to where he came from by what he assumes to be a CIA agent. Curiosity has not.
Oh, he saw a UFO too. Oh, or is that just a cloud thing? It's hard to tell. All right.
Now, I must say, this UFO looks very familiar to me.
It was a UFO.
This is him.
Okay, now this is Andrew again driving up that mountain. It's funny. This story was just... I connected with it because I could see a lot of us probably reacting the same way. If I was driving out in the Ozarks, I go out there sometimes, and some off in the distance mountain saw some giant creature, man, or at least something that looked like it. I'd want to go investigate. You know, I'd want to go check it out, see what's going on.
He can't go any further to go back.
The guy's here again. Yeah, this is him. What's going on?
Road's closed. Turn around.
Really?
Yeah, man. Just turn around, please.
Oh, okay. Have a good night, man. So that was fucked up. There he is. I'm driving past him again. Just turned around. I don't understand why it's closed off though. It's a fucking public park or public road or whatever.
Maybe because they know the monsters up there.
Three days later, after his confrontation with the agent, he then posts a video to TikTok that he is being stalked. He goes outside to confront the person in the car, but they quickly drive off.
I think that's the same vehicle from... Hey!
Almost a whole month goes by and he stops posting videos until he makes a new video about 3 weeks later where he has his hands in his pockets and nervously looks around saying all his videos were fake, as if he's being forced to say so.
Hey guys, I just want to give you an update. I'm not dead. I have not disappeared. I have just been busy with life. I couldn't get around to posting and updating you guys, so now I'm going to give you an official update of what's been going on. Sorry to disappoint you guys, but all the videos that I posted were scripted. They were just fake. They were just strictly for entertainment. I'm sorry to disappoint you guys. I just needed to give you a quick update.
10 days later, he makes an ominous video stating he may never post again, and his videos were not fake.
You might not see me post ever again. My videos weren't fake.
1 day later, he makes one last video of the mountain, what looks like to be some kind of building or equipment. So I don't get a copyright, I do have to mute it, but he does sound very confused as to what it may be.
Interesting. Okay, but then there's this.
Discovered that Andrew Dawson passed away on July 1st, 2022, when an obituary was published in a regional newspaper known as the Campbell River Mirror. No one knows exactly how Dawson died, as his family are being silent on the matter. A significant number of people are also of the opinion that the whole thing was an elaborate hoax, and the death was merely a coincidence.
There you go, man. That's really, since then we haven't heard anything from him, so it's hard to say, you know. You decide. You decide. Yeah, they're interesting though. Interesting stories. Make me wonder. Speaking of the Hat Man earlier, many of you had that as a child too. It's really disgusting that these dirty little demons like to screw with us in our most I mean, you know, you're not safe as a baby. It's like, you know, your most vulnerable state. This is when they like to come around. Hey kid, welcome to the beast system. Choose wisely. You know, I don't know what they do to us, but they're there. I used to think there was a cowboy every time I was in my parents' room. I'd sleep in there with mom sometimes, and when dad was there. But either way, but I used to think I was seeing a cowboy outside all the time. And then as I grew older and I learned about all this stuff, I was like, oh, the Hat Man. That's why I'd be stuck in bed. I wouldn't be able to move. Had lucid dreams. All that stuff, man. So, great documentary on that called The Nightmare. If you haven't seen it, yeah, check this out. This is a creepy one.
I haven't even had this camera set up a day and already caught paranormal activity.
Hey, watch the mirror.
Watch the mirror. I hate this creepy AF haunted spooky.
Let's see if I can make that bigger. It's pretty interesting. Definitely a Hat Man.
I hate this creepy
wow, that's crazy.
AF haunted spooky ghoul infested house. I haven't even had this camera set up a day.
Let's see if I can just stop on the Hat Man. There he is. It's weird. Almost looks like you can see the face. It has like a, looks like a handlebar mustache to me. Kind of look like that. Don't know. There's definitely a Hat Man.
I hate.
Creepy. I wonder how many experiences that, if that was real, how many experiences that child has had with it. This is a pretty weird one from about 5 months ago. New telescope images reveal ghostly God's hand in Milky Way reaching across the cosmos. Isn't that cool? I mean, that looks like like a profile of a man. The beard, doesn't it? You see what I'm saying? Right there in the center. You see the nose. It's like the left profile of somebody. And I guess they're saying that's the hand reaching out. It's hard to say what that is. It's weird looking. Is that what that is? Looks like a profile, though, to me. And that's a weird looking hand. It looks like a creature with an all-seeing eye. Huge all-seeing eye monster. Okay, I can see. Maybe they're saying the top. So yeah, I can see it's reaching. And you know, there's pareidolia. Is that pareidolia? Yeah. We can make up images too. Our head. All right, that was kind of cool. I thought. Not too creepy, but don't worry.
About 12 years ago, two friends were exploring their parents' large property when one of them discovered an abandoned house towards the edge. They began to hear strange noises coming from inside the abandoned house and decided to run for safety. Over the course of the next week, their curiosity got the best of them, and they decided to investigate the source of the noises.
The heck is that? Shoot! Shoot! Just get out of the house! Get out of the house! Just get back to the house! Just get back to the house! Yeah, I think it's on the roof. I think it's on the... The heck is that?
Oh, I was trying to pause it because the reason I'm sharing this, I have a reason for it. If I can just get it to come back. Okay.
About 12.
There we go. Because this type of thing, you know, at first it's easy to think, the kid in the mask, right? But this type of thing, where is it? Oh, it pops up quick, I guess. But this type of thing, you see the top of its head, the white-looking thing. Some people call it the rake. But I'll show you. Over this past year, there've been a lot of sightings of things like that. You know, is it real? Is it all just a big production? You know, you decide. But there's a lot of footage of those things. Here's a Grim Reaper caught on camera.
That was standing beside them. Fear took over them when they saw the mysterious figure, and they were hoping that whoever or whatever it was did not come any closer.
That's it. Look at that thing.
As the camera pans over to the left, a strange black figure can be seen standing near one of the beds.
Weird, right? It doesn't look welcoming. Yeah, I don't know. I could be wrong, but that doesn't seem or feel very welcoming for that person. Whoever that person is. I wonder if... Yeah. Well, I was the Hat Man when you were a little kid. I told you to choose wisely, and you didn't. So you're coming with me. I don't know if that's how it plays out. Hope not, for that person's sake. That didn't seem like anything that was very welcoming. This is pretty weird because this popped up a few times. People have... with their Teslas, and I'll let this play, but there's another one you can find, a couple of them, where they see tons of people walking around them and there's nobody out there. So there's weird things with this Tesla camera they have.
The Tesla thinks there's somebody on a bike next to me.
Reddit user Larry recently shared a perplexing video over on our Slapcam subreddit. In the video, Larry, seated in his Tesla at a Starbucks drive-thru, points out a curious anomaly captured by the Tesla Vision camera.
But there's nobody there. I'm gonna drive through at Starbucks. Oh, man. I'll slap ham.
The Tesla detects a biker beside the car. But as you can see, there's clearly no one there.
Let me see if they show the other one. There's, I guess not. Hey, look, a cat. Nice. Oh, they're showing there's a cat showing up on a Tesla thing.
To the air by an unseen force. The perplexed homeowners, who remain clueless about the origin of this mysterious occurrence, express their...
Alright, we'll move on. Little slapped ham. Probably heard of that channel before.
A man was walking through a forest late one afternoon when he unexpectedly came across an abandoned house. His YouTube channel is dedicated to his love of dog training and has nothing to do with the paranormal.
Also, if you like scary, weird clips, and but you want them maybe in a more mainstream way, there's a channel, or there's a TV show called, gosh, what is it? Oh, Paranormal Caught on Camera. I think that's what it is. And it's just one of the best shows, and you'll see a lot of these videos show up on that show. And I guess they try to vet it a little bit more. But yeah, it's called Paranormal Caught on Camera, I believe. And there's so much of this kind of stuff on there.
This would all change on September 14th, 2016, when he made his way towards a...
It's also a sign of the veil lifting. And like I said, it's like more and more of this kind of footage comes out. Sure, there's going to be fakes. I mean, there's so much. You have mainstream TV shows about, quote, ghost hunters. And that's so dangerous, these people. They're playing with demonic spirits. Not good, but it's very popular. They're just ghosts. No, there's not a ghost. No, it's a trickster spirits. They can be anybody. They could be Grandma Nellie from the 1800s, whatever it is, right? But anyway.
Well, that was located near an abandoned house. What he captured on camera still remains a mystery to this very day.
It's kind of spooky. Hi. What's your name? Even reminds me kind of It. I guess since it's down in the well, but that's kind of spooky. Hi. You come down and play? This was a really, really good one also. This is from over a year ago, but still a classic because it's from Foul Mitten channel. And his channel is one of those where he just talks about hunting and fishing and living out in the woods and, his family. It's just a regular type guy. But they had some really strange paranormal things happening. They had some kind of creature screwing with them out there, out in the country. And he took several videos of this thing. And here's one of them. Unknown creature terrorizes.
Again tonight. They're all over the damn place again tonight. Okay, I'm gonna keep walking towards it. Might actually get to capture something here.
Looks like a humanoid, right? Like one of those white things almost.
Son of a bitch.
Looks like one of those.
All right, whatever you are, you need to leave.
All white.
Stay out of this place. This is our home. This is our home. Need to leave. You leave now.
Okay.
I don't think it's going to come around for a little bit. I think that'll keep it away for a while. Oh, God. I hope that does it. Really do.
Yeah, so I'll jump over to his channel here real quick. But it looked to me kind of like one of those, what people call rakes, but the all-white looking humanoid thing. Let me see where his videos are. Popular, probably be. Saw that one. This is crazy and needs to end. See what I'm saying? It's mostly just kind of his life. I like this. It's a good sign. You know, you're dealing with somebody who's not playing games or trying to get attention. All right, so let's check this one out.
Well, they're leaving for the night. Damn thing was on the porch. So, yeah. Guess it's just going to be me here tonight. And the Federal Fish and Wildlife were out here earlier today, and they I showed them the footage, and they said if I kill it, I could be looking at prison time.
Of course, in our
but
system
yet they
now,
won't
right?
investigate what it is. So anyway, yeah. I'm going to shut off the porch lights and I'm going to sit out here. It's been about an hour. And I definitely hear it.
There he is. His eyes. Look at that. Now it looks black. Now it looks like an all black thing.
There it is.
Look at that.
If I can get a clear shot. If I can get a clear shot, I'm shooting it. Can't go to prison for something that's not supposed to exist, right?
Wow, that's crazy. Looks big, doesn't it? Like an all black masked creature. Freaking shapeshifters.
Son of a bitch.
Right? Now what you gonna do?
What the fuck?
Can't shoot it. Can't catch it. But in Jesus' name, you can cast these things out. For good.
Son of a bitch.
A lot of people don't know that, you know? The power in Christ, it's not us, but it's through us. He'll work and get rid of these little stinkers. Well, if you want to see more, it looks like, I guess he has a Patreon, and he probably shows more videos there, because I know there were a couple more he had up. One of those things threw a carcass up on his roof in one of the videos. Naked and Afraid star Alexa Towersy reveals she was haunted by evil spirits for decades. Just some headlines, some stories from this past year. Oops. Daily Mail. Mysterious four-legged skinwalker creature spotted in U.S. state baffles wildlife experts. So see, here's, right? There's another one of those all-white looking kind of creatures. I'll get the pictures up. Is there any video? I'm looking. Guess not. So, I'll read a little bit. A mysterious creature spotted near a Texas community in the dead of night has left wildlife officials baffled. The chilling black and white footage was captured by a trail cam outside of Dublin, northeast of Dallas, showing what appears to be a small animal walking on four legs that were different sizes and had lumps down its back. Michael Demmel showed the images of the creature to friends, family, and neighbors who suggested it was a skinwalker, alien, or even a chupacabra, which it's all demonic, right? Notorious blood-sucking cryptid. So it's kind of hard to make out whatever it is, but there's one picture of it. It looks, like I said, one of those naked, white-skinned creatures with black eyes, kind of. That's not the skinwalker or the creature. I think that's the guy that filmed it, in case you got a little confused. Unraveling the mystery of the Chicago Mothman, experts reveal the truth behind the creepy red-eyed flying monster as Netflix releases trailer for Unsolved Mysteries. Winged humanoid, you probably heard about Mothman. And I guess they did I'm going to have to check that out. I guess I don't have Netflix, but they do have Unsolved Mysteries there. So I may have to find another way around it to find that video. Decapitated vampire child buried with its separated head placed face down to prevent a demon exiting the grave is discovered by archaeologists. And this is on just the 13th of September. This is posted. Isn't that crazy? But of course, the way this world works, right around the time that the movie Salem's Lot comes out, which features a vampire child. It's one of the most classic scenes. I haven't seen this. People are saying it is really bad. I guess it was rushed or whatever, and it's been shelved for like 3 years. But I would just say, if you really want to see it, go watch the old school original with David Soul, I think was the actor in that, from Starsky and Hutch from many years ago. But that was a good one. And Danny Flick, I think his name was, he's the little boy that gets bit by the vampire, turns into a vampire. There's a scene he's floating outside his friend's window, like on the second floor, and scratching, say, "Hey, let me in, man. Let's hang out." Some of y'all probably remember that. It's a classic, right? But interesting that they also have the story coming up with the vampire child right at the same time.
Now to an alleged attack.
This happens a lot, doesn't it? Now, there was also this story that happened this year, all right, or around this year, within a year. The alien attack that took place in a little Peru village with the 7-foot creatures floating in midair. All that. Remember that? So let's check out some of this here.
On a group of Peruvian villagers in the Amazon by a group of ETs. Yes, extraterrestrial beings. This is all over the Peruvian news over the past few days. Was this faked? Was this carried out by humans, made to look like an alien attack, preparing us for a fake alien invasion? Of course, something we've been very worried about from the deep state and the military-industrial complex.
Who knows?
Is this fake, or is this 100% authentic? Let's try to get some answers. Timothy Alberino is a filmmaker and a journalist who's lived in the very same jungle as these Peruvian villagers and had some very strange things happen to him in this same region. And he joins us now to have a wide-ranging discussion about it. Timothy, welcome to the show. I love your research and I love what you're doing. Thanks, and welcome to Redacted.
Well, thanks so much for having me on.
Our pleasure. So let's start with these villagers, right? I don't think we particularly know exactly 100% the details here, whether or not this is real, whether or not this is faked. Let's just start with what these villagers say what happened. I want to play a piece of this Spanish news report here, and then we'll come back and we'll translate this and we'll talk about exactly what is happening here. And you can start with this gunfire. Watch.
Se trata de habitantes de la tribu Iquitu del distrito de Alto Nanay en Loreto, quienes denuncian ser víctimas de violentos ataques por parte de seres desconocidos.
Necesitamos apoyo para nuestra comunidad. Los niños, mira, se ve, los niños no duermen, están ahí las madres desvelándose, señores. Son extraterrestres estos señores, son vestidos con blindados, son tipo del hombre verde que persigue el hombre araña, igualitos, son señores. Yo les baleé 2 veces y no caen, en vez de que caen se elevan y se desaparecen, señores.
Okay, so we saw gunfire, it's dark. We hear the tribal leader talking about this. What was he saying, and what were we seeing in these first few seconds of this news report?
Okay, so this incident began when a 15-year-old girl was abducted by strange beings in the jungle. She's from this village. These are the Iquitu tribe, members of the Iquitu tribe. It's the village of San Antonio. It's in the district of Alto Nanay, near Iquitos. And apparently this 15-year-old girl was abducted, and she was able to break free from her captors. She ran back to the village. She sustained lacerations to her neck. There's pictures of her online with her neck bandaged up and bloodied, and you can actually see the lacerations. And when the villagers found her, she was in a state of shock. I read that she was in shock for a few hours, couldn't talk. She was just terrorized, absolutely terrorized by whatever had happened to her. And at first, I think the villagers, they didn't know what happened to her. They assumed that whoever had attempted to abduct her were human perpetrators, and so they grabbed their guns and they started running through the jungle looking for these individuals. And instead of finding human beings, what they encountered, ostensibly, were these strange entities, which the villagers themselves are calling extraterrestrials, definitively. They're very unambiguous about this. And in that video, that's what that gentleman is saying. He is the leader of the tribe in that particular village. and they've been terrorized not just one day, but ongoing for weeks. And this has been happening primarily at nighttime. He said that they're not sleeping. The videos that have surfaced show these guys shining their flashlights around the trees that surround the village. They're shouting. They're obviously in a genuine state of terror. All the women and children are huddling together in the middle of the village as the men are walking around the perimeter with their guns and flashlights, and they're firing at something in the jungle. They've got shotguns, they've got rifles, and they're shooting at something in the jungle. And according to these gentlemen, these villagers, what they're seeing are 7-foot-tall entities that are arrayed in silver armored bodysuits. The gentleman makes reference to the Green Goblin from Spider-Man. And what he means is that in the same way that that character in that movie had that bodysuit with armor on it.
Right.
That's what he's talking about, in a mask. Sometimes they're saying these entities have a mask. Sometimes they're saying also that they're dressed in cloaks with hoods. But I think they're referencing to the legend of the pelacaras, the face peelers, who approach these villages and try to abduct people, and they're often dressed in cloaks. They're saying that one of the interesting details is that these entities apparently have discs on the bottom of their shoe.
By the way, man, now that he mentions that, there was one of those weird clips I was able to find. I think it was only on BitChute. The BitChute's such a great resource for that stuff, and I'll have to go look during the show, maybe here in a moment. But there was actual video footage of they're pulling a body out there in Peru out of the water, and their face had been peeled off completely. It was one of the craziest things. It was pretty graphic, but it was clean. It was like a clean skeleton face surrounded by meat and the hair, and I know it sounds gross, but yeah, it's one of those I found back during all this stuff. I don't know if they'll show it on. They probably can't show it on YouTube.
Shoes that project a red light and that enable them to float off the ground through the jungle about a meter off the ground, and they can also lift off into the air. So when the villagers fire at these entities, they see them, they shoot them. The entities are apparently bulletproof, and they disappear or they float off into the jungle. That's what they're saying. And the way that they're describing these entities disappearing is reminiscent of the Predator from the movie, where they sort of disappear, but you can kind of still see them moving around. And in fact, there's videos of the villagers flashing their flashlights, and they actually in one video, they see the entity that appears to be behind a tree up in the sky, either sitting in the tree or floating behind it, and they put the flashlight on it, and I think, now of course this is subjective, but I think you can actually see the entity. It moves its head, and it looks like a large gray alien, and it has that bulbous head with the large almond-shaped black eyes. In fact, you can even see the flashlight shining off of the eyes, and it slightly moves its head around. And I believe that is actually what these natives are encountering, and what they're shooting at are these beings that they're seeing with their flashlights at nighttime. So I don't know what exactly is occurring there.
All right, let me see. Yeah, good job from Timothy Alberino, for sure. Let me jump over to BitChute and just put in for fun here. Let me see what video popped up. Exposed. More warnings issued. Non-vaxxed becoming infected from the zombies. Gotta love it. All right, let's go. Let's look for face peeler Peru. If I find it, I'm warning you, it's pretty graphic. Oh crap. Peru alien. Darn, then I lose one. Peruvian. Oh boy, man, that sucks. I know I showed it back then. Let's see if there's any videos here on DuckDuckGo. 7-foot flying aliens, 8 faces from India today. So that's a maybe. Mystery over face pilling, 7-foot creatures. All right, now we're on track. Maybe we'll find it. Let's see. I'm looking. I'd recognize it. All right, let me take a quick. Oh, great! Just gave me the pictures. All right, forget it. I'll move on for now. Giant humanoid filmed in Turkey. That's another thing that there was a. I didn't even put them all up here. I did a video on a lot of these things this year. On all the giants people are filming, or seem to be giants. This is a giant humanoid, not quite the same thing, but this looks like a big Baphomet or something. It's pretty crazy. And I'll just play it right here. Here it is. This is on, I guess there's not a Night God 333 Secrets Revealed channel. But this video was all over the place when it first came out, so check it out.
You'll see eyes first.
Ahmet sakın şu an her yerde çıkabilir, her an çıkabilir. Bu... Allah'ım sanda. Bir dakika sanda. Nerede? Yukarı. Tamam gördüm. Gördüm bir dakika bak.
Not sure what that flashing is.
Gördüm. Boynuzlara bak.
Lightning?
Ahmet bu boynuzlu şerşaplar bak Ahmet.
Look at the white.
Boynuzlu şerşaplar bak. Burayı koruyan boynuzlu şerşaplar bu çok güçlü.
Next to the eyes.
Çok güçlü Ahmet sakın panik yapma bak. Başına büyük bir sıkıntı gelebilir. Sakın panik yapma bak. Görüyor musun?
See the big huge horns it looks like?
Yeah.
Şu an bize bakıyor. Ve şimdi bunu çıktı ortaya. Bu tılsımla çıktı ortaya.
It amazes me that they're here.
Ama çok güçlü Ahmet. Var mı başka yerden? Aşağıda. Aşağıda mı? Yakında. Arkama gel.
See, I wish that's the problem with modern days is, and it's no offense to this fella because everyone does it, but people need to be in the frame. You know what I mean? It's like everyone needs to be seen. Hey, I'm back. Let's watch this video together. But that's this world, all right? So I'm just being an old man here complaining about it. But let's see if I can find Turkey Demon Baphomet. Maybe that brings something up. Turkey Demon Baphomet. Guess not. Videos? Alright, guess not. Okay, fine then. Tell you, man, ain't easy to find some of this stuff. That's why I go to some of these sources I've relied on throughout the years. Disclosed Screen, Grim Reefar, another one. This is a really, really good one. This is, he reposted a few months ago, but it's a good reminder of what we're up against with these filthy Freemasons. Filthy Freemasons. That's not easy to say. Filthy Freemasons. The ones at the top of the pyramid. The ones who are doing the dirty deeds. I had a grandparent that was a two granddads that were Freemasons. One I never met, and I never knew anything about it. They passed when I was pretty young, but they were from small towns, man, and it's a totally different. I hope is a different vibe. I hope they weren't doing things they do at the top of the pyramid. I hope not. Most of the time they don't. Albert Pike wrote about this in Morals and Dogma. They're kind of community type groups, and it gives a good front for Freemasonry. You know what I mean? All right. That being said, we're not dealing with those Freemasons in this video. Some of you might remember this one.
It was very dark and deep.
That's freaky, huh?
I wonder what they do here.
there's more. Wait till you see the end. Now watch this. This is the bad part. The really bad part. And I'd read somewhere, again, I go through so much content, that they've closed this off now.
More.
You can't get in here anymore, I guess. But this is just one of
I
many.
went deeper
you
and
know?
found small shoes.
This is one of many out there. Hidden ritual caves. Look at this, man. That's just... Lord bless those poor children. Too late now.
See the bones.
But they're home. There's bones in there, too.
Are those animals' bones or something else?
I don't understand if you make jokes about white people.
Yeah, so there's bones, but the shoes... It's like, come on, man. Some big shoes, too. And some little shoes. All kinds of shoes. Oh, boy. Yeah, creepy stuff. Yeah, that's, you know... They're building the beast system. Have been, did, are, working on the next system. And,
welcome.
That's why we trust in Christ. There's no fear at all of this stuff, right? This one's a pretty interesting one here. Check this out from Disclosed Screen Grim Reefer. Some kind of an electric charge, but it looks like something else. Look at this.
Heading this way. Storms to the north. Heading this way.
That's a trip, isn't it? This is filming the storm.
Storms to the north. Heading this way.
Wow. Just wow, huh? Alright. Alright. Just talking about it. Okay, cool. From Disclosed Screen, the Grim Reefer. Hey, we're just over an hour into the show. Just want to shout you guys out. Thank you so much for being here.
Welcome back.
It's wonderful to have y'all here, man. Thank you so much. I mentioned earlier, thanks for all the wonderful, beautiful, kind comments on my my video I uploaded a few days back. Thank you so very much. Wonderful to hear from y'all. It's very humbling. It's just amazing that some of us have been around with each other for so many years, man, right? It's like, and so many cool stories some of y'all shared about, you know, met people that you fell in love with and got married. I mean, just, man, wild stuff. It's like, it just blows my mind. So, love you guys, man. Thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. All right, let's check this out. Now we'll go from something really interesting and nice, it seems, in the air to something a little more spooky. Check this out.
Yo, it's just a quick one today. A quick one, but a strange one, of course.
A large dark mass was filmed over a highway in Houston, Texas on the 1st of March back in 2022, and this was filmed by a lady named Miriam. I've never seen a sighting before, but it's recently been shared again by the eyewitness. Have a look at this one and see if you can get your head around it, because I certainly can't, and I will catch you soon. Legends.
It's like a big cloaked figure, doesn't it? Or just a cloud, some would say. It's pretty interesting. Doesn't look like any of the other clouds around it. If it's a cloud. It's a big spirit. Cool. She got good video of it. There's more. All right, we got it. Interesting. What could it be?
Welcome back.
Black living goo crawling through Vegas Strip. It's just one that I thought was pretty crazy. Look at this.
In the tin.
It does look like venom. A bunch of tentacles.
What the hell is this?
So this was filmed.
Guess that's all the footage she took, huh? I don't know if I've been that close to it. I'd maybe follow it around a little bit. It's pretty weird. Look at that. Look at the little arms. It looks like it's got veins on it in the front. If that's the front. Strange looking, huh? Weird. I wouldn't want to play with it. Would you? I wouldn't. I'll jump ahead a little bit. Let's go over here. Flying humanoid photographed in Washington. So this is from October 7th. That's not it. Let's take a look here. That's it. What is it? Man spots and photographs unidentified anomalous phenomena over Burien. Look at that. It's a good capture of a... If I've ever seen one, it's a good capture of a flying humanoid. There's somebody wearing a jet suit. Let's see. Well, maybe they're wearing some kind of technology or something. I don't know. Now it looks more like a robot or something. Strange. Those darn flying humanoids. You gotta keep your eyes open. They'll come get you. You gotta watch out. Okay, there it is. I got several from coast to coast. Security camera films shapeshifter transforming from dog to person. This is a weird one, too. Not crazy? Veil lifting stuff or what? What do you think? Some wild stuff. So a lot of those shifting videos out there coming out more and more, and creatures. Remember they had the werewolf outside the was it a zoo in Florida, I think. Dog walker stumbles upon eerie goblin tree. And this one's just pretty crazy.
Tell me you see that.
Pretty new. I showed this on KG's What
Do
Happened.
you see that in the tree?
Looks like it could just jump right down, doesn't it? Chubby little goblin.
What?
Dog sees it. Look at that. Yeah.
Uh-huh. He sees it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, God. We're going. He also sees a bird.
It looks like... It looked like something just jumped into the tree. Watch. When it goes back up, it looks like something jumps into that little hole from the goblin.
Uh-huh.
From
He
the other
sees
goblin.
it. Oh, God.
You see that?
We're going.
I wonder what that was. What if that was the spirit? Look at this. I'll play this slow. Maybe you see what I see. It could have been a squirrel, maybe, right? Maybe. But let me turn the volume down and let's watch that again. It'll get closer up on the tree. Now watch. Something jumps out from that thing into the tree. See that? So, what are we dealing with here? Is that a... Was it just an animal? Maybe a squirrel? Or... Alright, let's go. Man, did I miss it? Okay, she's about to go. Let's go back. There we go. There it is. Look at that. Right at 111. Haha. Watch. Isn't that crazy? I told y'all I got 111 in the craziest ways. Here's another one. So right at 111, something comes out. Oh, may have had a tail. Looks like it had maybe a tail, didn't it? So interesting. All right. Just an animal, or is that it's a form it took? You know, the spirit? I don't know. But it makes me wonder. I just saw that watching this. All right.
Oh, God. We're going. He also sees a bird. What? No. Look it.
Scary looking.
Oh, what?
That is freaky looking. Yeah, that's interesting. Not sure what to think about that. Whatever that little creature was, who knows? Just a squirrel? Or was it a form the spirit took? Was maybe it's about to take form in that creature on the tree? I don't know. Security camera captures orb transforming into a pair of people. This is a weird one too.
De luz pasando, pero no se graba muy bien y luego después sale como un señor, mira, se para ahí y como que se convierte en un señor, mira. Y se queda ahí todavía está corriendo el reloj de la cámara, se está grabando, mira, se mira como dos cabezas, pues dos personas se mira ahí atravesadas a la misma vez, que tienen como una lámpara, a lo mejor es una pareja, pero no sé, a veces empieza a mover y la cámara ya no lo graba muy bien, pero a veces mira que se está yendo por aquí. Mira, dice, mira esto como de luz pasando, pero no se graba muy bien y luego después sale como un señor, mira, se para ahí.
Whoa.
Y como que se convierte en un señor, mira.
Look at that, that's so crazy. I'll show it at the end.
Mira, dice, mira esto como de luz pasando, pero no se graba muy bien y luego después sale como un señor, mira, se para ahí y como que se convierte en un señor, mira.
Crazy, huh? Crazy. Very interesting. I like those on security camera footage. That's always good too. Oh yeah, and there's a couple videos of something walking up on the clouds. Check this out. They're saying mysterious cloud looks like a person. Come on. Don't want to admit to the supernatural. Right? It's pretty interesting. It's another giant. Another one of the giants that's been filmed, perhaps. Or something that looks like a giant. Interesting. All right, China. We got another one coming up. A cloud walker. Terrified dog walker says she wasn't human after seeing black-eyed child at Cosmetic Chase. The man claimed the giggling child, who was dressed in rags, tugged on his coat before skipping off into the trees at Cosmetic Chase. Dog walker recalled a terrifying moment he was confronted by a pale-faced little girl with completely black eyes during a stroll through Cosmetic Chase. The man claimed the giggling child, who was dressed in rags, tugged on his coat before skipping off into the trees. So, is that real? Did he experience a black-eyed child? Those things have been around for a while, too. It's just, to me, I just see that as another manifestation of all the same thing, pretty much. Eerie humanoid figure frightens beachgoers in Cancun. Oh, yeah. It's another one of those things that looks like an all-white, naked, humanoid thing.
Con algo que no puedes explicar, algo que desafía toda lógica. Acompáñanos en este viaje aterrador mientras exploramos un vídeo que ha desconcertado a toda la web. La pregunta es, ¿qué es esa criatura humanoide que ha sido captada en una playa de Cancún? En una tranquila noche en Cancún, dos jóvenes disfrutaban de la calma de la playa bajo una palapa. Era una noche como cualquier otra, o al menos eso pensaban ellos, hasta que el vídeo captó algo que haría que hasta los más valientes sintieran escalofríos. El vídeo, publicado por la cuenta @el_T0 en Y31 en TikTok, muestra a los jóvenes recostados en camastros, desprevenidos, hasta que de repente algo perturbador aparece en el fondo. Un ser extraño, con extremidades alargadas y un aspecto que desafía toda explicación, surge de entre las sombras. Los gritos de los jóvenes y su reacción frenética dan cuenta de...
Don't worry, guys. It's just Joe Biden. He's looking for a corona. Then we had a lot coming out from Elon Musk over the last week with his Optimus robots and not hovercraft, but some kind of a weird passenger van thing he released. Pretty interesting, all futuristic looking, But we know I see these as just empty vessels for the spirits, ultimately. And AI, of course, being the spirits it is, Legion. He's so cool, man. He serves drinks.
See that? Yeah. You want to get a photo? Yeah, for sure. Let's do it. Little video.
Now watch what it does.
Sweet. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. Of course, anytime. All right. How's everybody doing? How's everybody doing? Doing good.
Watch.
Peace, everybody. How are you doing? I'm doing pretty good. Nice. I love the change. How's everybody doing? Doing good. All right. Then step right up. Can I have a watermelon fogarita? A watermelon? Yeah. Where's the bar? Hey, what's up? Cheers, man.
I guess this isn't the one, but there's a video of that robot doing the peace sign and then flashing the horns, like straight up devil horns. And I thought that this is the one I got. Let me see if there's any more. Nah, I'm not seeing anything. All right. Optimus will be robot. Maybe it'll be there. Let's see. Let's see. The one serving the drinks. The cowboy bartender. Guess not, man, but there is a video of that thing doing the peace sign and then doing the horns, and then people are reacting like, whoa, kind of laughing at it. But anyway, I'm not seeing it here. All right, figured I'd give it a shot. Okay, there we go. Tesla News Today has a bunch of those videos. Man, look at this too now. This is new to me. I missed this. This is from June of 2024. The backdrop of Taylor Swift's concert, man. Look at what they got her looking like. Straight up possessed. I hadn't seen this. With the UFO bullcrap that they keep putting out there, getting ready for that great lie. Alright, anyway, we get it. I think there's some more on Taylor Swift here. Weird stuff. Yeah, here's the one I was talking about. This is where it looks like she's straight up possessed. Then think of those videos we just been watching with these glowing eyes out there in the dark, right? Starting to see a pattern there. Just like that dude, Foul Mitten. Some glowing eyes out in the dark. But it's, oh, people love her, man. You know, it's freaky stuff, man. A lot of people are triple P, as I like to say. Perfectly programmed people. And this is a new flying humanoid from October 7th. This is also filmed out in China. So let's get to the footage. Here we go. I didn't mean to pin that message, man. I'm not used to chat on YouTube. It's on my phone, so... Alright, but okay, fair enough. I got your perspective, man in suit. Could be, for sure. Plus, it's in China, so I don't know. China seems like a place that's into that kind of stuff. Maybe I'm wrong. Let's see, do that. How could this have happened? Oh, now this is another one that's very strange. As far as it makes me think of the maybe demon face syndrome. I mean, what kind of a creature could do this? Here, let me refresh it. I guess I'll let her talk a little. This is a channel I like a lot over here on Twitter X, Myra Moore.
It literally left me scratching my head, and I've had to watch it several times. This witness claims that he walked out and noticed a line of his neighbor's cars were broken into, but it's not your typical, you know, somebody smashing a window and breaking into a car. No, it looks like something punched through the windshield and folded up the roofs on these line of cars, literally back to back. I was even reviewing the cars to see if there was maybe sideswipe damage from potentially a car accident, a car slamming into them. Nothing. It's literally like something peeled back these roofs. But what? And how could this have happened? Take a look at this and tell me what you think.
Look at that. Just picture some crazed, you know, werewolf or something. Or somebody with the strength of a bunch of demons running through their veins. You know, right? Isn't that nuts? All these cars. Same thing. It's like something someone walked along and just grabbed, just whoosh, whoosh, and just ripped it open. Very strange. Makes me wonder what could do that. And then here's, of course, the Elon Musk.
I feel like we've stepped into the movie
Optimus.
Elon. He's a techno king. Optimus can talk?
Yeah. He also does sign language.
You give a peace sign, Optimus.
This is it.
Can you do the peace sign? There he is. That's
I got
it.
another one.
There you go.
See,
Yeah, hell
I got
yeah.
another one.
Yeah.
Can you give a hell?
And there's that thing. So I told you he did that. Isn't that interesting? Freaking stinkers.
I got another one.
There you go. Yeah, hell yeah.
Hell yeah, bruh.
Can you give a hell?
Yeah. And don't even know what you're doing. What you're dealing with, some of these people. But you can see this being like, cool future type car, I guess. All right. Elon Musk, the confidence man. He's a great confidence man. Look at the woods behind her. Was someone playing a horrible joke, or was this some kind of a creature? Yeah, so here's another one where there's
Recording herself.
something in the woods behind this lady. Here we go. Those glowing eyes again. Hey, just like, is that Taylor Swift? It's Taylor Swift's back there. Their eyes glowing. She showed, I did a video on her a while back. I showed you footage from her concert. Showed the rapture. Showed the tidal waves coming. A lot of stuff. Because she's a tool. Yikes. Whoa. That is kind of scary looking. Looks like it's smiling with a big mouth. Enjoying what he's seeing, I guess. Or it. Kind of like that thing that guy saw in the well. Maybe. A little bit. Viral video. This is from a home state. Some of my Okie friends and family are in here with us tonight. Good to see y'all always. But we get a viral video. Some are claiming to be undeniable evidence of Bigfoot was captured here in Oklahoma. And it's a big deal out here. I actually have in my vehicle, I actually have an air freshener that's a Bigfoot wearing a baseball hat and holding a beer in his hand and just walking, as he walks, and kind of with long arms and stuff. And I got that out in the Ozarks when I go out there. They had it, so I picked it up. But Bigfoot's a real big deal out here in parts of Oklahoma, and there's even places you can go Bigfoot hunting. There's groups that'll take you out there and all that stuff. I don't know if they ever see them, but people have. Like, it's definitely a big legend out here, for sure. Up in the mountains, northeast, more. All right, here we go.
Tell me what you think.
Look at that. Andrew's getting up. That's scary. It's just chilling. That's a trip. If this is real, that's some of the best footage we've seen. It's just chilling. It's like in deep thought, Yeah, time to go. Pretty interesting. But yeah, just so many people have seen them. I don't doubt it. I haven't doubted they're real for forever. It's, gosh, what is it? There's a TV show I like, another one called Something in the Woods. I can't remember the name now. But when it comes on, I always try and watch it if I see it up there somewhere. But it's so good. And there's a lot of the stories are people coming on, families and stuff, talking about their experiences and things they've seen. And a lot of times it's these Bigfoot creatures. And they're just regular folk, It's no reason to lie. And there's so many of them, so many testimonies. This is a weird one.
If this wasn't caught on video, nobody would have believed. but he literally records his ladder walking away and has no explanation for it. What could cause this? Or he just, the ladder decided it didn't want to work today. Take a look at this.
The ladder is walking by itself. No fucking joke. Yeah. I ain't never seen no shit like this. Where you going, bruh? Oh, there you go.
It's pretty strange, huh? One of the best weird clips I've seen, it was on one of the last, I guess it was on one of the last Creepy Clips shows, but it happened around Halloween probably 3 years ago, is it now? Where there was a utility guy or some kind of delivery guy driving through a regular neighborhood, and he spotted a broom floating above the road he was driving on in this regular neighborhood, probably, I don't know, like 80 feet up in the air. It was pretty high up, just sitting there hovering. You guys remember that? There was never any explanation for it. No one ever came out and said it was a joke. It was just some delivery dude. Here's another one of these things, kind of like the thing we saw on the tree.
Structure. It leaves you to question. Could the myths, the legends, the old stories be true? Could
Of course they are. I don't question it.
Like faces actually be petrified giants? Take a look at this and tell me what you think.
Okay. That was it. All right. Cool. We got it. I'll jump around a little bit. I've got little pockets of some of these people that put up great clips. Some of the best clips I can find of this kind of stuff. Here's another one that's pretty wild. This lady's been recording this here. Something in her house, look from outside, looking in.
Take a look at this footage.
Looks like a clown, doesn't it?
It's back. It keeps peeking in here on me. Oh my goodness gracious, what the hell? Ain't nobody in the other room.
Oh, it's a room. Okay. So I guess it's in the house. It's even worse. Now it looks like a mountain lion or something. Now it looks like a clown again to me. Look at it. Creepy stuff, man. Creepy stuff. I wouldn't like that if there's something in the other room doing that. Staring through the, what are those, French doors or whatever. This was, I put this in a video. I showed you guys this part. This is during the MTV Video Music Awards. There's a lot that happened on that show. Of course, the goats, right? And they say it's the greatest of all time, but no, we know. They understand it in a different way, right? But anyway, here's the clip. There is that weird lady in the audience. Was she doing an advertisement for Smile 2, the new movie that just came out? Some people think that's what she was doing. Or she's just some weird, creepy lady in the audience. Here's another one of cloud walking. Is this the Chinese one?
On top of the clouds. What is it?
Yeah, this is the same one. The one from China. I thought there was a different one. All right. Moving on. Okay, now check these things out. So this goes back to, and I've been showing these things for many years, the black berserker looking type things. And people always go, it's a kite, and I've seen the kite they're talking about. And there is kites that kind of resemble the thing. But not when they're being seen all over the world. I've been showing this for years. And a lot of them have been seen up by airplanes. It's one of the best shots of one. It was on the news even. It shows one of the things come up through the clouds. Someone's filming from an airplane, and it changes direction, does a 90-degree turn, and starts going the same direction as the plane. Weird stuff, man. So yeah, there's, they can be big, they can be small, but this is somebody captured tons of these things. Check this out.
Man in Wichita, Kansas, around September 7th, 2024. He noticed tons of objects in the sky. States they weren't balloons, they weren't drones, anything like that. It was just something he couldn't identify. And if you look closely, it looks like objects are coming out of some of the larger ones. But the question is, what the heck was in the skies of Wichita, Kansas? What were all of these orbs? Take a look at this footage and tell me what you think.
There's so many. Here, I'll get a closer look.
It is, what the heck was in the skies of Wichita, Kansas? What were all of these orbs? Take a look at this footage and tell me what you think.
Weird, what's that? Now they do look like a bunch of black orbs in that picture. Some of them have different shapes. Yeah, there's a bunch of different types. Look at that. There's so many. So many. They're not ships, like entities, I think. All right, interesting. So many. There's another oh, man, then there was a video from Mavi UFO Alarm. It was so good. I put it in one of my videos, but I never title my videos what's actually in it. So sometimes it works against me because I forget where I put stuff. But there's really cool capture. It's on Mavi's channel somewhere of the Capitol in DC, and one of those things, the black flying things, flying into the Capitol. Do you guys may remember that? I know I put it in a video way back, but it's one of those black berserker-looking things flying around in DC, and it goes right into the Capitol and like goes inside. It's pretty crazy. Okay, here's another really weird one. Look at this. This dude was just driving by, and he saw this thing squirming down the road. What do you think this could be? Look at that. It looks like a giant millipede, which would be cool because they won't hurt you. But a giant centipede, it's another story. Look at that. So weird. I need to look in the chat. Give me a second here. I want to see what you guys are thinking that could be. Phone keeps going off of chat. Okay. Giant caterpillar, someone said. Hey, maybe. I wouldn't mind that either, but what about what it's going to turn into? It's going to be big. Big Mike's manhood, perhaps Chris, perhaps. Sandworm. Centipede and millipede. Millipedes don't sting, and they're not aggressive, just from what I know. I don't know a lot about it, but centipedes, they have a poisonous gland in these pincher things that stick out of their face, so they don't mean, you're gonna get stung if you get touched by those things. And I believe they bite too, like they're mean. It's the way I see it. I could be wrong. A bunch of legs. Someone says it's AI. See, I can't believe everything's AI either. I mean, just some dude driving on the road and he filmed it. I should probably let that girl explain some of the videos a little more, but I do know that AI is out there. It exists. I had some people wondering if I'm AI. It's like, no, it's out there, but that's why we just discern everything. We got to. And maybe it is, and maybe it isn't. That's the trick of living in 2024, where on one hand you literally have pages of the Bible and really some of the scariest stuff flying off the page into our reality. So the veil really is lifting, and truly they're doing CERN, and they're opening up portals, and bad things are coming in, and there's more spiritual warfare. But on the other hand, you've got advanced AI. They can fake stuff and CGI and, Photoshops and all that stuff. But I've been doing this so long that, and again, my minor in college was editing, which helps me. So I know that some of the stuff's garbage sometimes, and, I can kind of tell with some of it. But I always keep an open mind, always try to discern. If I don't know for sure, I just leave it, and wonder about some of these things. But it says, here's another one, which was really interesting. Another spirit caught on camera. It looks like it's in a storm in Venezuela, going into a building. Check this out.
And tell me what you think.
Weird. And that looks a lot like the one that was in Israel. There's another one that was filmed in Israel that looks like that, some kind of a black shadowy thing flying around the sky and going into a building. And of course the building is shaped like a pyramid, it looks like, kind of, on the sides. I don't know if it means anything, probably not. I don't know. Is this going to show us again? There it is. One more time. Right? It's crazy. You may know that video I'm talking about. It just came out about like the last few weeks from Israel, and there's something just like that. It says, how do you feel about palm to pay technology? Well, okay, it's not really that creepy. It's stuff I already cover on my shows. But here's the floating bird. We always have these kinds of videos popping up also. Glitch in the Matrix style. And then here's a bird floating there.
Other witnesses have captured like palm trees, other animals, other birds just stuck in midair. Is this a glitch? A glitch in the Matrix, like everybody likes to say? Or is there a reasonable explanation for something like this? Take a look at this footage and tell me what you think.
What is going on? This is a dead bird literally just floating. Oh my gosh. What is going on?
Yeah, and the airplanes, you've seen a lot of the videos of the airplanes that seem to be stalled in the air. There's a lot of the glitch in the Matrix clips. I'll go ahead and jump back and let's check some of these out over here.
The alien, whatever you got.
This was the we watched the update already. The family with the aliens in the backyard. Had to show this one also real quick. Just a reminder of the lady on the plane, how a lot of this stuff started. That MFer isn't real. This guy had a freak out on a plane thinking somebody was changing on an imaginary passenger. So just remember her. But then there was a whole rabbit hole with this lady, Tiffany Gomez, I think her name was. Yeah. And some people think that they've replaced her. There's a whole other thing there.
The woman on the American Airlines flight was called a Karen and a racist for blaming a black man for stealing her earbuds by a woman whose story is filled with inconsistencies. What's even more bizarre is that we haven't even heard from this woman. She's never even given an interview.
And as y'all know, she finally did, and you know, kind of made the rounds, almost like they were trying to reshape her into an influencer or something. It got really weird. So yeah, woman on plane, Tiffany Gomez. Farmer filled a freak of nature on his farmland in Poland. Oh yeah, this is a good one too, for sure. It's creepy, scary. Yeah. Time to run. Look at that. Let me see if he gets a close-up of... Yeah, he does. Look at this. It's one of those all-white, naked humanoid things, it looks like, to me. Doesn't it? Like it does. I think we get a closer. Let's see here. Slow motion. And its head comes around. Yeah. Weird. That's it. See, I told you there's kind of been a trend of these things. Whatever they are. Kind of creatures, demonic creatures. Or some weird government experiment. Bizarre giant moving figure filmed in the mountains from a Buddhist temple. So here's another one of those giants that was filmed. Here it is.
But strangely enough, a coincidence, this video no longer exists on his TikTok anymore. Was it removed by the higher powers that don't want you to see this, or by Bao Udonna himself? Luckily, I saved a copy of the original upload onto my iPad a few months ago for such an event. Good thinking, Batman.
เอาลงมาเห็นแล้วเอาลงมาอุ้ยซูมดูเนี่ยใครเอากล้องลงมาดูใคร
Look at that. Is that an ancient god? Fallen angel?
ใครลงมาเห็นเนี่ยน่ะ
Little G?
ลงมาเฮ้ยเฮ้ยเฮ้ยเฮ้ยเฮ้ยเฮ้ยนี่ไงเฮ้ยนี่ไงเฮ้ยเฮ้ยเฮ้ยเฮ้ยโอ้ยกี่กองแม่โอ้ยเฮ้ย
That's a trip.
นิ่งเอาลงมาเห็นแล้วเอาลงมาอุ้ยซูมดูเนี่ยใครเอากล้องลงมาดูใคร
It's a big thing. I mean, it's far away. The thing's a giant.
ใครลงมาเห็นเนี่ยน่ะ
You'll see it move in a second. See, it's turning, and then it ducks out in a second. See?
Say them.
Yeah. And I know that some people always complain about, the footage and it's not clean and it's not 4K, but I always say, man, you're in the end days and end times, and it's not going to be 4K. It's going to be messy. It's going to be ugly. The audio is going to be wrong sometimes. The video is going to be shoddy. I do it on my shows every week. I see it. I work with this, and then some people get mad at you. Oh, your audio is not good. Oh, your videos. Hey, man, I'm showing you what I'm seeing, okay? And this is the world we're in now, and people have phones, and they record how they record. So it is picking apart what's real and what's not in these days, but there are real things happening that are crazy and weird and out of this world. So, because we're living at the doorstep of tribulation, and I really hope and pray that you've accepted the free gift of salvation from Jesus by now. I hope you're seeing what this world really is. We're having fun with this show, but look at my other shows, look at my videos. It's I'm just trying to show people. Most of y'all around these parts already know, but if people are new, that it's serious, man. The devil's real. He's the god of this world. That's why he was able to offer it to Jesus if he would just bow down, which of course our Father never would. You're in the system. You're in the beast system, and it's dangerous. And a lot of people don't realize that. It's very dangerous, and there's weird stuff, and it's getting crazier now because we're about to go into tribulation. The world's about to go into tribulation for 7 years under the Antichrist. Like, it's all real. It's happening. Please accept Jesus as your personal Lord and Savior. It's a free gift. We're all sinners. We all need to be saved, reconciled to our Father through the Son. Confess with your mouth, believe in your heart, truly believe and understand His story and what He did for you. His precious blood covers all of your sins, past, present, future. You will not be perfect. Don't worry about that. The Holy Spirit's going to help you with anything you need. It's like you get a little superpower, and but also got to stay armored up these days because the attacks are serious, man. It's real stuff.
Was sighted on April the 27th.
Got another flying humanoid 5 months ago from our friend Hidden Underbelly 2.0. So let's check some of this here out, shall we?
2024, just after 5 p.m. Now, the witness stated that while his herd was grazing, he noticed this black object in the shape of a human flying over his head. So he decided to record it, and this is what he caught. And this is pretty much what we're seeing. We're seeing this black human-shaped object just flying in the sky. So guys, what do you make of this footage? So until next time, stay blessed and keep safe.
Looks like it's headless. It's weird, doesn't it? Looks like a body with no head floating around. Thanks, Hidden Underbelly. Good catch. Good catch, sir.
Chinese mythology and lore associated with eclipses.
Then we had this happen this year. We had with the eclipse on April 8th, and just a huge sign for the destruction coming. X on America. America Babylon about to go down. You don't want to go down with it. It's coming. Does he have any clips? I guess not. Anyway, there were a bunch of clips of what looked like, maybe this is it, one of them, dragons. Not airplanes. I don't think UFOs either, but dragons.
Is a demon flying past the sun and moon during the eclipse. It's a black entity that flies in front of the sun just as the solar eclipse is starting. But I'm going to tell you why it's not a demon, y'all. Everybody believes that it was a demon, but I'm here to tell you, I'm flying by the eclipse.
Here it is. There's one.
Here are multiple clips of the alleged demon flying by the eclipse. Check it out.
Big old massive dragon.
You can see it's a black entity, and it skates by the moon really fast. Some of the video I see is looking like from north to south. Others look east to west. Now, I'm not sure whether or not it flew past the eclipse more than once. I want to say yes, it did, because both times I've seen it, it looks like the same entity, but at different motions of flying. In the one video you'll see, it looks like it's coasting past the sun and the moon. In the north-south video you'll see, it looks like it could be flapping wings or thrusting
past the sun and the moon. This video, I adjust the exposure, contrast, and brightness to show you guys what I believe it is. As you can see in this video, it looks like it's literally flapping its wings. It's thrusting past the sun and the moon. That's why I do not believe it was a demon. I believe...
Me too, sir. This is Night God 333 channel on YouTube. This was just a fun, return to the old school creeper clips of this. I believe this gentleman had the most legit experience I've seen of somebody having experiences with mermaids. This is just one short clip, but he probably uploaded about 10 minutes worth of stuff. This is years ago. That was really convincing. Anyway, here's a little bit.
We got another one over here. What are those? What the fuck's going on? On east side of the boat? What are those trails called? What's something swimming fast underneath that water? Something swimming real fast underneath that water.
Listen.
I hear him. Where's he at? What the fuck is that noise, bro? What is that noise? Where are you? This is crazy. I heard it. I heard it. I hear it. Oh my God. That's crazy. That's nuts.
And if anybody just, immediately thinks this stuff's dumb, you got to look into marine spirits. That's a real thing too. And we're living in a time again, since when you say the veil's lifting, like this stuff's appearing. We're seeing more of this stuff, more possibilities. The tree goblin thing, things like this. It's like, I'm the type that's open and seeing that I know these possibilities are here and they're happening. I know a lot of you see it too. And of course, we know it's not everything. It's like there's some discernment that has to take place. There's fakes and AIs, but you can't let your mind just go to immediately, oh, it's all fake and not real, because, dude, you're not ready for the next 7 years, what's coming, man. I mean, all this stuff's going to be in people's face. Very real. Demon face syndrome, quote unquote, all that, man. Creatures coming out of the pit. You ever read it, what those things are described like? It's going to be otherworldly, man. And that's just some of it. That's just the beginning. This is the Lord's wrath coming, so it ain't going to be pretty. And you should choose Christ, because we're at the end of the church age. The restrainer leaves, and I certainly don't believe he beats his bride. However, there's some people who are so convinced they're going in that I think they do, because there will be people here that were proclaiming to be probably more like religious, It's like the whole have a form of godliness but deny its power type people. There's going to be that, I believe. I'm not calling anyone out, not naming any names, but I mean, it's just, that's something I could see. It's just me. So here's another really good catch, though, I think, of a humanoid, giant humanoid, and this was in Mexico. Some guy pulled over on the side of the road just filming it.
Yo veo un gigante allá arriba. ¿Qué será? Se mueve, se mueve.
That's pretty amazing. Yeah, and Blurry Creatures is only one of the... it's a good spot, but this is one of those that I really jumped around quite a bit. I'm glad it did, but You know, we don't get to see this. You don't see this on your mainstream news. You know, too many people will be asking questions and wondering what the heck is this. But that's clearly, it looks like a giant just casually hanging out, walking around, bending down.
Yo veo un gigante allá arriba. ¿Qué será?
I wonder if he thinks it's Jesus, maybe. I don't know. I don't know what he thinks. I'm listening.
Se mueve, se mueve.
That's really amazing, though. I think. Look at that. I would almost, well, I don't know. I say that now. I'm not out there, but I'd almost want to walk closer to it, you know. But that thing looks so big. It looks like it could jump down that mountain with probably, you know, just a few steps here and there, bounce around a little. It'd have you in its hands no time, you know, if that's how it works. All right, there we go. Just want to share that one. That's always been a good one. Good one. Going over to TikTok.
Okay, y'all need some answers. What is going on?
So this is over on Conscious Juice, over on TikTok. And this looks like more of those weird, you know, naked, all-white creatures, humanoids. Check it out.
Okay, y'all need some answers. What is going on? What are these things? These people are going crazy. Look at this, y'all. There's so much going on in this video. What is this? Does anybody know what these things are? I have never seen these things in my life. Why do they look like they're supposed to be walking upright, but they're walking on all fours? And they're yelling. Has anybody seen these type of creatures before? Look at this.
We have tonight on the show, I think, possibly.
It's the yelling for me. It looks like this guy has come across these creatures, but the guy on the tractor...
Yeah, he's new to this.
You see how he just ran off the tractor as soon as he saw them? What is going on? Does anybody know what these are? It's like things are happening in different parts of the world and we have no idea what's going on. It seems like he's trying to get up there, but the tractor's not even working, and then they come across these things over here.
Yeah, someone said maybe hybrids.
Well, please let us know down in the comments, y'all. Do you have any idea what these things are?
Not sure, sir, but we've seen other things that look like those tonight. So it makes me wonder.
Look at this, y'all.
Okay, this is a good catch. Here's a good catch. I'll probably slide this in a video or something, like in the beginning or something. I'm always looking for these, but yeah, this was a good catch. Check it out. It's pretty crazy. Or was it a good catch? You know, you decide. I'm not sure yet. That's why I haven't put it in a video. But this is one I set to the side, and I've been waiting, and just kind of I'll have to look at it more. Plus, I like to give these a few days and see, because sometimes you'll find out it was a promotion for something, or some kind of a fake, or someone will take credit, you know.
And I have questions as well, because what is going on? Y'all see her eyes? You guys see how dark her eyes are? And her nails as well? What is going on here, y'all? Now, I believe it's common courtesy for when people see things like this for not to speak on that matter. But obviously, someone was very, you know, perplexed by this situation and wanted to videotape this. Y'all see that?
Is that a djinn? Looks like it's a Middle Eastern country.
Different angles, too. So it makes me feel like they know something is at a place and is not supposed to be there. What is going on? What y'all think about this over here, y'all? All I know is, ever since the news came out about this demon face syndrome, we have been coming across a lot of people just looking like they're coming from a zombie apocalypse movie. This is crazy. But let me know what you guys think about this video. This is strictly for entertainment purposes only.
Good one. Conscious Juice over here on TikTok.
Check this out, y'all. Did you guys know that the Simpsons...
And this was another, I'm going to let him report on a couple of these, but this was another really interesting one, maybe not so creepy, but The Simpsons aired a meta series finale episode for its season 36 or 3/6s, and it was a reset, so it's really, you know, most people see it as they're signaling the coming reset, of course. Right.
Predicting, like, been showing us what has been going on with the world and politics and the media and the movies. It says not many people know this, but Fox has been trying to end it for years now. It says, by the end of the episode, Bart becomes self-aware and realizes his birthday means he will turn 11. Apparently, Bart has been 10 years old since the beginning of the
twins,
series.
like the Twin Towers,
He
like
refuses,
9/11.
leading to Homer strangling him and the show glitching and resetting. With everything then back to normal, the series finale is no longer. Did y'all know that The Simpsons is the longest animated TV series? This thing aired in December 1989. This show is literally for the 80s babies, y'all. We grew up with this show, and now it's about to end. And with everything that's going on around us right now, The Simpsons has been telling us everything. Yeah, something is going up, y'all. That shit is crazy, y'all. But let me know what you guys think about this video.
All right, I think I got a couple more. I'll bounce around though as I do. Oh, this was a really good one for this year too. Put this in a video. There's another one too that I think the same guy filmed. It's like over the last couple months. I need to go try to find that again. But look, we have another. Is it another 111 down there? Does it say Thursday at 111? It looks like it said Thursday 111. So anyway, let's go ahead and check this out. The Face by the Moon.
It is February 28th, 29th, 28th, 29th. I have got me a better quality camera to catch this thing in the sky. And holy moly, I am scared. I'm scared, but I'm not going to trip because I've been catching this thing for a while now. It's very ominous. There he is. There he is. There he is. There he is. It's a huge face looking right down on us. Let me see if I can zoom in a little bit brighter. There he is. There's the moon. Oh, I lost it. There it is. Let's see if I can get a better picture on the moon like it's supposed to. Is my hand in front of the thing or something? All right, here we go, here we go. There it is.
Look at that.
Yep, there it is. There it is.
And then I already see, that's fake, KJ, just pass on. But no, see, I don't do that, man. It's because it's not all fake. I'd like to see, if someone finds something and shows me that this guy came out, that it's a fake, please let me know. But it is a 111 there, which is pretty cool. But no, man, I'm not, yeah, it's all fake, it's crap, man. If I had that attitude, I wouldn't be me. I wouldn't be here. I wouldn't show you the things I show you. Not everybody shows this kind of stuff, but in a different context. You know what I mean? But I do want you to stay open to things. I can't, of course, convince everybody of that. Some of the worst comments, I'm not saying tonight, but like in the past, you'll get, are on the supernatural, paranormal things, and, but look at UFOs now. It's like, that's why people try to warn others about this stuff, because do you not see how serious it's getting now? How obvious? The Pentagon's leaking stuff about UFOs. Come on, man. Like, this stuff's about to be your reality, folks. Like, it's coming. There's no getting around it. I've seen it coming for years. And it's serious. It's very serious. And so many people are going to fall for this. And then by the time a lot of this stuff comes out, I just know that people who are stiff-necked about it now will just be like, oh, yeah, fine, whatever. It's real. Ooh. You know what I mean? Like, there's people like that with those attitudes. But, man, I hope I don't know if I'm speaking to anybody tonight, or even later, but just most important, have Christ. That's it. Get filled with the Holy Spirit. Gives you eyes to see, ears to hear. You'll be able to understand much more of what's happening in this world. Once again, keeping in mind there's fakes and all this, and we have to discern things, but you'll be more open to understand that these things are more of a possibility and a reality than what many people
29th, 28th, 29th, I have got me a better quality camera to catch this thing in the sky. And holy moly, I am scared. I'm scared, but I'm not going to trip because I've been catching this thing for a while now. It's very ominous. There he is. There he is. There he is. There he is.
It's like a titan.
It's a huge face looking right down on us. Let me see if I can zoom in a little bit brighter. There he is. There's the moon. Oh, I lost it. There it is. Let's see if I can get a better picture on the moon like it's supposed to. Is my hand in front of the thing or something? All right, here we go. Here we go. it is.
All right, interesting. Looks like a Titan or something.
Look at that.
Yep, there it is.
So yeah, you decide. You know, veil lifting. A lot of, again, there's always going to be those detractors that just can't think that this stuff's real. Ah, it's AI. It's
Fallen angels on live TV.
So here's that video I was talking about that took place in Israel with another kind of black shape entity similar to the one we saw falling into that building, it looked like, right?
Okay, I know Florida's in major danger and they're doing the biggest evacuation in like 10 years, but I have to show you this. This is going to blow your mind and we're going to go down rabbit holes you did not even know existed. So this kid and his dad were watching TV and they're watching right after a missile was shot, I believe around one of the Middle Eastern places we can't speak of. And he said he saw a demon or an angel flying right at the same time. Or like right after it happened. I'm going to show you that, then I'm going to slow it down, then we're going to go from there.
Okay, me and my dad were just sitting here watching Fox News. And I think we just accidentally seen Fox News just showed either angels or demons coming in after a missile.
Specifically fallen angels, but continue. And this was it. But we're going to slow it way the heck down. Now we're going to watch it slowed down and enhanced. So you can see it's flapping its wings going that way. Let me get out of the way. And down at the bottom right, you're going to see it again very clearly, flapping its wings like a man. Man-angel. Now, what if I told you that this has been caught before, but many times, and even further, a magazine cover predicted it? This, my friend, is a video of Mothman from, like, Fox or some kind of news. Quite literally a man with wings. You can watch the full video. Very known piece of film. How do I know he's a fallen angel? He has a day of worship once a year, Mothman Day. And he shows up at the signs of natural disasters. Let's get to that magazine I was telling you guys about. Here is the Economist magazine from 2012, Mayan Doomsday. There's so many things we could say about this, but that's not why we're here. By the way, Return of the Wolf, Satan. Anyways, he said the demon or the angel, which is the fallen angel, was seen with a missile. You see it yet? That's right, here they are. Pause this and look at the names on the head. Yo, I'll be darned, this right here is insane. Let me know what you think down in the comments.
Did he even show the video of the thing? Let me see. Yeah, okay, I guess he did.
The heck down.
Yeah, he did.
Now we're gonna watch it slowed down and enhanced. So you can see it's flapping its wings going that way. Let me get out the way. And down at the bottom right, you're going to see it again very clearly, flapping its wings like a man. Man-angel. Now what if I told you that this has been...
Interesting. Interesting. I think his channel is called...
This right here is going to blow your freaking...
Inspired by the King channel over on TikTok.
This right here is going to blow your freaking mind. Do you remember in April when the doctors came out talking about demon face syndrome? How come everything that's aligning with this event that happened a few days ago has the supernatural? In this video, you can see what appears to be a UFO fly by this flag. But that's not all. Wait till the other freaking stuff I'm about to show you. You see that? I'm just gonna do slow-mo now. You see that? And it's not just that, it's all over the freaking place lately. I've seen it probably 20 times in the last week. The eclipse was some kind of earthly ritual that just raised the veil and we can see spiritual things right in front of us. And proof is the Schumann frequency. Look at it. Even recently in live commercials, watch this. We're having spiritual stutters. Watch. Right on TV. Like, yo, what is this? And when the spiritual realm is acting up, so are the alternate dimensions or other worlds. This is literally a World Star video showing a freaking UFO, like some kind of abduction. And this was after the eclipse as well. Make sure you don't get deceived right now. There's many alter realities and there's many narratives playing right in front of you at the same time. You won't understand until it's over.
That's right, sir. Eyes to see and ears to hear. Understanding the devil's tricks, you know. We may not have them all, but we have some. And it's important to understand his little tricks. I think we saw this earlier, didn't we, on Hidden Underbelly? This is the... Yeah.
Tepe köyünde akşam saat 5.30 sıralarında ben hayvanları otlatırken
havadan
So
aniden
weird.
bir cismin ortaya çıktığını ben fark ettim. Bu cisim insan şeklinde siyah bir şeydi. Tabii cismi görmez biraz heyecanlandım. Bu cismi insanlar görsün diye, insanlar duysun diye videosunu çektim. Cisim yaklaşık 1 dakika falan.
All right. Didn't make a lot of sense, but it still looks to me like a body without a head floating around. Security guard stumbles upon Alexa devices praying in the middle of the night. This is from March.
Misericordia de nosotros y del mundo entero. Por su dolorosa pasión, ten misericordia de nosotros y del mundo entero. Padre eterno, te ofrezco el cuerpo y la sangre, el alma y la divinidad de tu amadísimo Hijo nuestro Señor Jesucristo, en expiación por nuestros pecados y por los del mundo entero. Por su dolorosa pasión, ten misericordia de nosotros y del mundo entero. Por su dolorosa pasión, ten misericordia de nosotros y del mundo entero. Por su dolorosa pasión, ten misericordia de nosotros y del mundo entero.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what to think of that one. I've never owned one of those, personally. Mystery creature filmed in Argentina. It's a short one. That looks like an all-black humanoid. Like dark black. Like night black. Told you it was short. There's another one. Throw something at it. Toss something at it. Let's get its attention. Former prosecutor says alien bodies, in quotes, seemingly have non-human fingerprints. Here's another one of those, you know, this is it's predictive programming, getting people ready, getting the world ready for the introduction. It's coming. Oh, it's coming. Mystery monolith removed by Colorado Farm. So we had the monoliths. This is only one, but there were several more monoliths this year. There's one in Vegas. So they're haven't fully gone away. Here's some of that Taylor Swift footage I was talking about. Like, this is kind of, yeah, I'd have to be all in context for you. It's in my video, but it was interesting, all the stuff she showed here. Oops, crap. I hope that doesn't get my, doesn't get copyright. Well, it's on YouTube, so I should be okay. The mysterious black rings came back this year. Here's another one over Williamsburg.
A mysterious black ring appeared in the sky in Hampton Roads on Tuesday.
And I did a video on these things in 2012. It was one of the few videos I've got that like made it over 1 million views. And of course it's gone now, but I just bring that up because this anomaly has been around for a very long time.
Several Wavy TV 10 viewers reached out to the station with images and video of the ominous-looking ring floating in the sky.
All right, I'll move on. Just want to share a little bit of that. But yeah, those things. There's been several of those this year. There's another one I just showed on KJ's What Happened recently. Temple for worshipping alien god built by alleged contactee in India. I think I'm putting this in the video, actually. Let me see. Yeah, this is a short bit.
In an unusual practice of worship, the Malamu Pambati area of Salem district in Tamil Nadu has a temple where an alien is worshipped. Built by local resident Loganathan, the temple features an idol of an alien which devotees come to pray to and seek blessings from, located in an underground cellar.
So it's a fallen angel, really. Alright, we have no idea, sir. But okay, not a good idea. You shouldn't be doing that. Real spirit attached to that thing. You guys remember this one? This is pretty crazy. Robot smiling with human skin. They actually put human skin cells over this thing. Okay, I think we get it. But that's, yeah, I mean, that really is the future. Post-human existence is upon us. Here's one that she was questioning, I was going to say people, if this could be a case of demon face syndrome here. A couple guys just recorded this guy next to him. I don't know. Could have got his butt whooped, right? But no, that looks pretty wild, pretty interesting. I could see why they would wonder about that. See if there's any other ones on this thread. Nope. Okay. Okay, we'll move on. This is a really good one I liked this year too. I thought was interesting. This is the lady that lives across the street from a church, and she notices that there's a shadow person, it seems, somebody like an all black, dark black, when I say, night black, humanoid figure pacing back and forth by the church.
Okay, so everybody that's been kind of curious, this is the church that's directly across the street from my house that I was explaining. This is the area where we see that figure. It just walks back and forth every day, all day.
It's like pitch black.
Now, I've been over there a couple of times. As I walk up on it, there's just nothing there. Yesterday was Easter. I went over there, but 2 big dogs that were off leash came out, and it was time to go. Then we had the storm, so as soon as we're done with our schoolwork, I will record myself going across the street and show you that as you walk over, you no longer see what appears to be a person pacing back and forth for just hours and hours and days. I think today's like day 5.
Still over there.
Talia, get over here. Can't even zoom in any closer.
See, I see stuff like this as a sign of the veil lifting.
You see it?
This kind of stuff's just happening out there like that.
It just walks back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Well, here's the spot.
I don't see anything.
No, I don't either. I mean, it's pretty full. Hello? Is anybody there? I'm so nervous. What was that?
I don't know.
Do you need help?
So, okay. So you probably heard at the very end, there's a siren, but also you could hear a voice. Yeah. Kind of off in the distance. Probably not something to play with, but that's pretty crazy to see that every day, right? Real aliens coming from John Barnett online teaching. I don't know John Barnett. I just found this video, but just as an option, if anyone's interested, it's real aliens coming. When do the real aliens, Satan's demons, start to invade the earth? What I saw of this is really good. Just wanted to share if somebody still thinks there's aliens out there, and that's what all this is about, and from other planets, and they're going to educate us on panspermia. You know how they actually planted us here, and we're part of them, and all that stuff. Like, it's that garbage is coming. The tall whites are on the way. The Galactic Federation is here to save the world. So just, understand there's hardcore deception coming. And we're living in a time where we're watching it all being set up. This was an interesting story. It's on Sling and Stone channel, but this was an interesting clip from Billy Corgan from the band Smashing Pumpkins. He met a shapeshifter. Check this out.
More and more these days. We'll see how this fits into the Bible, and most importantly, what you can do to protect yourself from these evil encounters. 2 Corinthians 10:4 tells us, "For the weapons of our warfare are not carnal, but mighty in God for pulling down strongholds." Ephesians 6 also tells us there's a spiritual war going on, not with our flesh, but within the spiritual realm. 1 Peter 5:8 also confirms this. "Be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary the devil walks about like a roaring lion, seeking whom he may devour." The first video we'll look at here is Billy Corgan from the popular rock band Smashing Pumpkins saying that he encountered someone who on 2 different occasions shapeshifted in front of his eyes.
Let's just say I was with somebody once and I saw a transformation that I can't explain.
The person transformed into something other than human.
Yes, I saw it.
You were talking to someone. They said to you, "Look, something's going to happen here. I'm going to morph into something else."
Imagine you're doing something and suddenly you turn around and there's somebody else standing there.
You're still standing by it?
Absolutely. I know it happened. In fact, it happened twice.
The second time you saw a shapeshifter, where were you? Probably at Darcy's house.
It was the same. It was the same person.
Oh, it was.
This happened with the same person twice.
There's many testimonies of people who were involved in the occult who said that when they were around some of these people doing rituals or etc., that some of these people actually transformed into different entities. 2 Corinthians 11:14 says, "And no wonder, for Satan himself transforms himself into an angel of light." So the possibility of a supernatural fallen transformation is absolutely possible. This article is from about a year ago, but it fits into the next video that we'll see. It says, "Man burns down historic church, claims he heard voices threatening to mutilate him if he didn't burn it down." Now, the act of self-mutilation is a demonic practice and a demonic teaching. Mark 5:5, in reference to the demoniac that Jesus encountered, it says, "And always night and day he was in the mountains and in the tombs, crying out and cutting himself with stones." This type of self-mutilation is demonic, and it leads right into our next video.
He says that having his own fingers amputated has made him feel more complete. Yet he says he's only 46% of the way to becoming an alien, and what he has planned next is disturbing. This man hails from Montpellier, France, and his name is Anthony Lafredo. Anthony calls himself the Black Alien. He began his transformation at the age of 27, and in order to look less and less like a human, he's already had tattoos all over his body, as well as numerous cosmetic surgeries such as removing his tongue, nose, ears, and 2 fingers. He's also had his teeth dyed purple and the whites of his eyes black. He even had silicone implants implanted. To justify all this, he explains, first you have to know what you want, then you have to have the courage to say it, and finally you have to have the energy to do it. According to some sources, his next steps are to have his legs amputated and to become very thin.
That's sad.
So we wonder what he'll look like when he's reached 100% of his transformation. And more importantly, we wonder why nobody's stopping him, because he's clearly hurting himself.
Yeah.
But he says, "I'm lucky enough to live the life I want, to do what I want physically. It's absolute freedom. There's no one to stop me." Except that he still complains when he gets kicked out of public places like certain restaurants, which don't hesitate to ask him to leave.
There's a few more Bible verses that I want to direct towards that story, but first we'll look into this last video and then get into that. This next clip is someone in Israel, in Jerusalem, coming up to a street preacher talking about Jesus, and this person is absolutely demonically oppressed or possessed, in my opinion. You can tell it by how they respond to the truth of Jesus Christ, and his name alone drives this type of response from the demons. Mark 1:23-26, this same thing happened to Jesus. Now there was a man in their synagogue with an unclean spirit, and he cried out, saying, "Let us alone. What have we to do with you, Jesus of Nazareth? Did you come to destroy us? I know who you are, the Holy One of God." But Jesus rebuked him, saying, "Be quiet and come out of him." And when the unclean spirit had convulsed him and cried out with a loud voice, he came out of him. This is very similar to this exact video that took place in Jerusalem.
This video might scare you.
Take a look at what happens when a street preacher goes to Jerusalem to preach the gospel and is met by a very strange woman.
You gotta believe in Yeshua. Yeshua died, and the Jewish... And he rose from the dead. And he rose again. Jesus is alive. Yeshua is alive. He rose from the dead. You are the devil. You are the mother of the world. You're the one acting like a devil, not me. That's you. I'm a Jewish, and I'm the blessed one. You are the curse. You understand? No.
For that lady who's most certainly demonically possessed, in my opinion, that's how demons respond to the truth and name of Jesus.
All right. Good report there from Sling and Stone. Good clips. Not reptilians, they're terrors, you know, a demon seat amongst us. Here's Mark the Messenger. Cardi B has demons inside her. This is from a while back, too. It's a good catch.
This is the sauce that they put on the ceviche, on the...
Listen to what she says.
Ceviche. Now, I don't want to eat too much raw fish, so, but I love the sauce. Even though the one... Hold on.
Watch.
Even though the one... Hold on.
She just said demons.
Even though the one...
Out of her own mouth, bruh.
I hate humans. Humans I hate.
That's what demons say. She wasn't saying that. That's a demon speaking to her.
I hate humans. Humans I hate.
Demons are real.
Good catch. Mark the Messenger. He knows about the Shapeshifters, and he's talked about it. And it's really refreshing to see some other people out there that I like and respect, been talking about it, and in the same context. Pride Month, if you had never seen this, I thought this was interesting. That you take Pride Month, and then you find the demon in between, right? As we know, it's trying to keep us focused on the flesh, this world. Yeah, let's check this out.
To the all-white party, extremely weird. This is the highest profile party in the world, called the all-white party. It's hosted by billionaire Michael Rubin, and it happens every year on the 4th of July. But there was something about the invitations that just didn't sit right with me. This one is Tom Brady's, this one right here is Drake's, and this is Quavo's. You can see all of the celebrities' invitations if you just look them up. But if you pause and look at the artwork, there's some weird stuff going on. These invitations were done by George Condo. This is a very popular artist, and some of his artwork goes for millions of dollars, and he gave each celebrity their own unique invitation. And I looked up some of his artwork, and he has a lot of interesting stuff, including when he collabed with Kanye West for one of his album covers. He drew him up a bunch of artwork. Yeah, I mean, it speaks for itself. A lot of people question what actually goes down during this party, especially after they saw what Michael Rubin made Meek Mill do, jumping around like a bunny because he supposedly lost a bet. And then in the private jet, when Lil Baby and Meek Mill were saying that they were going to get drunken hugs if they don't behave at the party.
I don't care what anyone says. You're getting a drunken hug. You too. You too. Drunken hugs are coming tonight.
All right. Just a little bit of that news. Of course, the white parties, P. Diddy's infamous freak-offs. Hopefully this will help just burn what's left of Hollywood down. I'd be happy to see that. Some more demon face syndrome for us. This is from Queenology 100.
Saw last night, bro. Alright, so boom, today's April 4th. This happened around 2-3 a.m. nearly, bro. Me and my homeboy, we got done hooping from the gym outside, y'all. This was Carrollton, Plano, Frisco area, around that area, y'all. So if y'all live around that area, please be careful. We were hooping outside. We go to Quick Trip at night. Anytime, in the morning time, middle time, at night, we go there and get our snacks and our drinks after we get done hooping to go home. So boom, as we park, because everybody parked, knowing the parking lot is empty. It's in the morning, like early. The parking lot empty. The sky is clear. There's only a moon showing, bro. As we walked inside there, bro, as we walking up inside the bro, I promise you, it was a lady in the middle of the parking lot. When I told you this lady eyes was pure black on my soul, like she's got bro, her eyes was black on my mama. You see the white parts on my eyes, her eyes was black. Like, bro, when I tell you, me and my homeboy looked at her, bro, like, she was just like this, I promise you, like, looking at the sky like this.
That's creepy, man.
Like, bro, I promise you, bro. And then I promise, man, y'all gonna think this is not kept, this not trying to be funny, it's not no skit, none of that, bro. I'm telling y'all, me and my two homeboys, if you know me personally, just add me, bro. You will know the two homeboys I'll be around every single day. Bro, when I tell you, this is exactly what she did, bro. She said, they started smiling, I promise you, bro. Like, but her, man, bro, her smile went all the way up. Bro, man, y'all don't think I'm capping, bro. This is real stuff, bro. I'm not capping this.
All right, I'm going to stop there. But yeah, there's more of that. Demon face syndrome, perhaps. Not really. Just these things showing their forms more. You know, more shape-shifting, but maybe they can't hold as much. I don't know. There's theories that that's part of what happened with April 8th. It's going to cause more of it. Tucker Carlson alluding the U.S. government has entered into some sort of agreement with demons, which I thought this was good. And I know there's definitely a lot of skepticism on Tucker Carlson, and I see people go back and forth on it. But, you know, I'm not so much about the messenger, but the message. I like the truth, you know, the truthful information. I like that he's putting a lot of really solid stuff out on a big platform. But I'm not over here wearing a, Tucker Carlson onesie or anything either. I'm not his cheerleader or nothing like that. But it's like I always say, man, we just discern, use our logic, reason, common sense, critical thinking, and most importantly, the Holy Spirit, spiritual discernment, to try to find the truth nuggets, regardless of the messenger. I definitely have that policy with Stu Peters. He's another one that, I like some of the truth that comes out, but then there's things about him I'm not crazy about, But anyway, enough about that.
Personal belief based on a fair amount of evidence that they're not aliens. They've always been here. And I do think it's spiritual. That's my view. So, and again, it's not provable, but based on the evidence, I think.
I'm with you.
Absolutely. If the U.S. government has, in fact, had direct contact with these beings, whatever they are, I've already told you what I think they are, and has entered into some sort of agreement with them, which is the claim of informed people, I would say, whether they're right or wrong, I can't say conclusively. But if that is true, I mean, it's a very, very, very heavy thing.
Yeah, a lot of people say interdimensional beings.
Right, I want to ask, are angels and demons, or how would you describe these beings?
These are, again, I'm getting into the realm of conjecture, so I just want to say that flat out.
Entity?
But one thing I know for a dead certain fact, having seen it, is that there is good and evil, that we are being acted upon at all times. And I think every person can feel that in himself. I mean, there are moments when you are moved to do things that are much better than you actually are, and that are also more evil and destructive than you actually are. You are subject to forces from outside yourself. That is absolutely true. Now, we can argue about what they are, but every person in the room, if he's reflective, will tell you, yes, I know what you're talking about. And so there are forces that are not human, that do exist in a spiritual realm of some kind.
Yep.
That we cannot see.
Preach.
And that when you think about it, it sort of makes you think we live in an ant farm.
Yeah.
Being right? And that's that is real.
Yeah.
Okay.
And there's many.
So yeah, it's good, but again, it'll come out, and ultimately there'll be a narrative around all this stuff, and it's going to be about tricking people. Mike Todd goes full. This is from Marcus Rogers about a year ago. Mike Todd goes full-blown demonic Grammys with Transformation Church Easter production. I don't know if you guys ever saw this. I don't even know if I ever shared this, but anyway, it's pretty crazy. Marcus Rogers. Remember, this is the Easter service. Right, this is a church service doing this.
Stop the track, let me stay back. I told you give me a minute and I'll be right back. Got the prince in my gun.
How's this honoring Jesus? That's my question.
It almost seems unbelievable, right?
is this Easter service or is this the Grammys? It looks just as demonic. It looks just as filthy, but it gets worse.
We're saying, Dragon, this is what you need to do. Step 1, find you a baddie. Okay. But step 2, he gotta have a fatty. Hey. Yeah. Look back at it. Uh-oh. What is she doing? Friends, I don't have a fatty. Girl, we keep telling you it's okay. Your little booty matter too, friend. Y'all know they don't be discriminating.
Like 3 days, they thought it was sweet and started celebrating. They ain't even peep how I was orchestrating. Raise a toast to the king, it's a special occasion.
And so this...
Tell us, Marcus.
See, now, here's the thing. I've been talking about certain individuals boldly, and people say, oh, you're being judgmental, you're being religious. No, this is what God has showed me, whether it was the dreams that I had about Maverick City, whether it was warnings. You know, people would say, oh, I felt the anointing when so-and-so preached. I said, I didn't. They said, man, I felt the anointing on that song. I said, I didn't. All right, something feels off. Why? When you spend time with God in the private place, you just are able to discern something is not right. It doesn't matter if the whole world is singing this individual's praises in the spirit, you know something is off. And now everybody's seeing it. It's funny how I was talking about these things, you know, whether it was Maverick City, whether it was Mike Todd, and people were...
I'm going to stop there. I want to show you mostly some of that clip he shared, but go check out Marcus Rogers if you're interested. I've been subbed him for a long time. Not wearing a Marcus Rogers onesie or anything, but I do like him. This is from Jamie French. This was she's really funny. I've been subbed to her for a long time too, over on YouTube. The TikTok surgeon turning adults into scary children. This really is a very creepy clip. We talk about creepy clips. So let's let her kind of show us some of this stuff here. Yeah, and explain.
Hey kids, it's me. I bet you thought that I was dead. But when I fell over, I just broke my leg and got a hemorrhage in my head. Billy Madison, anyone? For serious, I'm back. And you have seen me a few days ago, but that video was filmed a long time ago. Today is my first actual day of filming since my sick... I kind of thought that was just my opinion, and then I realized that the doctor himself says that they look like children in some of his own captions. So bizarre. However, that video that we just saw, that is not really the one that people are talking about the most. It's actually this video here. It's a 51-year-old man from Spain who got a facelift by Dr. Kim, and well, just see for yourself.
Do you have any feeling in your face? Just in this one spot right here.
Now, we can't see what anybody is saying about this video on TikTok specifically because Dr. Kim has turned off the comments. But we can probably guess what people's thoughts were.
Yeah,
the most common one I saw was that they made him look like he was AI generated. I'm not laughing at the guy, okay? I feel for the guy. I feel bad for him. Unless he's happy. Unless you're happy. If you're happy, then I don't.
I mainly just want to show some of the clips of the people. Here's some of them. Okay.
The same. Unrecognizable. Again.
Look at that. Wow. Ouch. Actually, it looks painful, doesn't it?
Literally unrecognizable. Okay, only one eye is blinking. Is that...
Am I crazy?
Was she doing that before? Tell me she was doing that before and it's not a result of the surgery. Okay, both eyes are blinking before the surgery and one eye is blinking after. Maybe that's like a normal complication. Like maybe her eyelid was like pulled a little too tight. I don't know. If I kind of like scrub back and forth, I see the same nose. I see
totally
the same
different
beauty
person,
mark.
it looks like.
I see the eyebrows.
Looks like a totally different person.
That are, you know, upturned now. I feel like it's her, but it's not her.
Right? I wow. Weird, man. I mean, I don't know, right? I'd called it the Creepiest Clips show, so this was definitely one of the creepier stories I remember from the year. Oh yeah, then I just looked up robot dog, because there have been a lot of stories this year about the robot dogs, because this will be a big part of what's coming. Oh yeah, they'll be hunting humans. They're not going to be your little friend. But here's Singapore, putting them out there with park goers, getting people ready. How they're doing the UFO stories in the news. Same thing, getting everyone ready.
Safety, and for those around you,
Getting
please
used to it.
stand at least 1 meter apart. Thank you. Please stand at least 1 meter apart. Thank you.
Telling the people what to do. No thanks. No thanks, you dumb robot. Here's a New York City police dog.
Test run?
Now they're cute now. But, you know, wait till they're knocking on your door. Check
On a
this
metro
one out.
bus involving an armed suspect. Everything came to a peaceful end. KTLA's Alina Bovian, live in East Hollywood with the details for us. Alina, good morning.
Frank, good morning. That's right. This did come to a peaceful end. The suspect eventually surrendered to police and no one was injured. He was taken into custody without incident. You can see here behind me that the scene is all clear, but you mentioned this robot dog. This new technology really played a very big part in bringing this situation to a calm resolution. Now take a look. This is the video. You can see this robot dog with the LAPD, with the SWAT team in full action this morning. This is Melrose and Western. The armed suspect was taken into custody with the help of this robot dog. LAPD SWAT officers deployed the dog to assist, saying the use of this technology really helped resolve the situation without putting any officers or community members in harm's way. You can see in this video the suspect cooperating with officers as he surrendered. This all started around 4:30 this morning. A call came in from a passenger on the bus, a 911 call saying that another passenger was asleep and had a gun under his seat. The bus is an LA Metro bus, which was going northbound on Western this morning, approaching Melrose. The driver pulling over, waiting for LAPD officers to arrive. The suspect was supposedly sitting motionless and sleeping. Pretty soon, the LAPD set up a large perimeter around this area, and a SWAT team was called, and the robot dog was deployed to retrieve.
There you go. It's another robot dog. I told you. These are going to be chasing people in the tribulation. What else are they going to be used for? The way I see all this technology. There's another one. Armed with an M4.
We have a dummy M4 on here. We could also put optics on here, so this could serve as a forward observer, and we can also put, obviously, small cal weapons on here. So right now, we have an operator that's doing this. So at this point, that's really where we're at, is that this is more or less manual operation. You know, there's plenty of network projects going on, some of which reside within our organization, where when that becomes mature enough, this could be included in there.
I wonder what those projects are. All right, so there's that. So, of course, they can mount dogs. There's more robots. There's another little robot dog. Oh, he's so cute. Happy music. Isn't it great? Look at that. So yeah, just familiarizing people with their future guards, guarding their neighborhoods, whatever. Here's one this is a brand new, it's like happened, I think, over the last 24 hours. I just thought it's pretty interesting. Listen to what Kamala Harris, she was at one of her rallies in Wisconsin, listen to what one of the attendees shout, and then listen to her response.
Intention that they would undo the protections of Roe v. Wade, and they did as he intended. Oh, you guys are at the wrong rally.
She yelled, "Jesus is Lord."
Oh, you guys are at the wrong rally. No, I think you meant to go to the smaller one down the street.
Mocking the Christians. She's a jackal. Yeah, she's a jackal. God, what a creature. All these people, these, quote, politicians. All these creatures. But yeah, the lady yelled, Jesus is Lord. But, so yeah, we know what we're up against with these people. These little devils in charge. Supernatural shapeshifter caught on CCTV in Mexico. This is inside a guy's garage on a security camera. It's pretty crazy what's happening here. Just look over in the far right corner and you'll see this thing start moving around. That's the dogs. You see it over there in the far right? The shadow thing moving around, shifting around.
Me asusté. Hasta más que asustó.
All right. I think we get it. There's a little bit going. It's an 8-minute long clip, though. All right, check this out.
امبارح ما تمت لكم قصة الدعامة. هسه هم مشوا على جهة التكينة وجبال ولا هي اسمها شنو دي ورجعوا تاني من.
The spice bag, Ireland's favourite late night snack. I get it.
All right, let's try that again.
امبارح ما تمت لكم قصة الدعامة. هسه هم مشوا على جهة التكينة.
So I don't know. What do you think?
وجبال ولا هي اسمها شنو دي ورجعوا.
I mean,
تاني من.
demon face syndrome? You know, is this, are we actually seeing what some of these things actually look like?
حراز وبتاع الحوامة في الخلق دي داير لها جن المهم.
It does make you wonder, doesn't it, Chubbs? Huh? Trying to get him to talk. What? Come on. All right, guess not. Of course, they never do it when you want them to. All right, but there you go.
قالوا قبضوا جن مسلم.
Interesting, eh?
قال له انا كنت مع سيدنا سليمان يعني. قال له كنت مع سيدنا برهان الجن ذاته في لول. قال له يا اخي سيدنا سليمان.
Yeah, so you decide. Is this another example of something? Is it Hollywood magic? Entities Insight. I wanted to share their channel because they're really good at capturing shape-shifting, and I've used their channel throughout the years, sharing some of their clips. So let's see. Here's one that's Shapeshifters. I don't know. Let's see what we got here. Let's check one of them out. It's from 4 months ago.
I'm more reptilian.
Are the allegations true that you're secretly a lizard? I'm gonna have to go with no on that. I am not a lizard.
heard you tell a story before about you and Tupac going to Prince Club. Tell me about that. Give me the backstory.
The thing was, so I'm in the studio with Pac, and I got writer's block. And I guess my mom was so heavy into doing the song and the fact that we were in Prince studio and all of that. So the fact that we in Prince studio, I want to make sure the song is dope. So I guess I was overthinking it at the time. So Pac is there, and I start telling him the concept. It's called Sky's the Limit. I'm breaking it down to him. And then he was like, you know what you should do? I said, what? He said, you need to go to the club. So I'm gonna go to the club. He said, yeah. He said, because what I do sometimes is, if I'm at a writer's block or whatever, I just go to the club. He said, and then the lyrics and shit'll come to me. So I was like, is that right? All right, bet. He said, you're overthinking this shit too much. So I was like, all right, fuck it. We go to the club. Me and Pac up in the club. And it's all types of, it was one of them nights. It was glam slam, and there was a lot of women in the building. So, you know, poetic justice is out. Girls going crazy. And so we by the bar. Me and a couple other people. So boom, we drinking this shit with you. One day we by the bar. And we just talking. We just talk about life and just deep shit. And then it was like 3 broads.
All right, this isn't really going anywhere, I don't think. I'll go and move on from that one. See what else he's got. He usually has some good clips, though. All right, yeah, he's got some Billy Corgan in there, too. He's got that same clip. All right, we'll move on from now. Didn't give you the best example, but that's all right. Another time, here's this lady's story. I think I shared her earlier. Yeah, about seeing something strange. Here's another really good one from this year, about 9 months ago. This is Minutes of Horror, Aliens in Brazil caught on camera. You might remember this one. Check this out.
Mas é interessante.
Com o zoom aqui dá pra ver ele se mexendo melhor. O zoom dele é melhor que o meu.
E outra coisa, se você for fazer uma comparação, ele é mais ou menos do tamanho daquela árvore lá. Entendeu? Ele é grande.
E outra coisa, até o jeito de se movimentar não tá normal. Não, pode ser um ser humano gigante, mas ele tá com um comportamento diferente.
So now, apparently, we have 10-foot tall shadow creatures now captured on camera in Brazil. Ilha do Mel is an island off the coast of Brazil where locals claim they saw at least 2 tall and mysterious figures standing on a hilltop. Now, it's hard to gauge just how far away these clips were shot from, but they are stating whatever is out there sure looks big. The articles are stating that these so-called aliens here in the video seem to be surveying the land from up on the hill, moving around, gesturing, and seemingly walking through the landscape. Now, this video footage taken in Brazil is some of the most clear footage that we have to date of these 10-foot tall shadow aliens. And this is coming directly after 10-foot tall alien creatures were seen in the Miami Mall. The woman who took this video footage says it's pretty crazy, that it's pretty much impossible for humans to reach this part of the hill where the creatures are. And she says the beings are way bigger than people. At one point, you start to see them move, walking around. This article continues to state the sighting comes only days after an incident in Miami, where there is claimed video shows a tall gray creature walking through an outdoor mall in the middle of a massive police response. There is video footage coming from the Miami Mall that does show a tall shadow-like being walking through police cars. Now, some people are saying that this big, large shadow captured in Miami is just an optical illusion. This is a shadow that's casted to make it appear much larger. But this shadow here, this shadow entity that's walking between the police cars does look very similar to what is captured here in Brazil. Matter of fact, this shadow-like entity captured here in Brazil on this hill looks awfully similar to the giant that Andrew Dawson had captured on film. Everyone said Andrew Dawson is a fake, he's a hoax, especially when the Y-Files created their video debunking Andrew Dawson. But like I said, and as I continue to state, I created a video debunking Y-Files debunking. Andrew Dawson was the very first one to capture these shadow giant-like entities on film, and unfortunately, he paid with his life. For people to continue to state that Andrew Dawson is a hoax, I'm asking you to please go ahead and watch my video before you decide whether he's a hoax or not. 2024 of 10-foot tall alien beings. Now they're being captured on camera. Now, I do want to clear something up here because I do believe there's a misconception here when it comes to Project Bluebeam. Now, just because I believe Project Bluebeam is very real, just because I believe there's a card that's going to be played in the near future that involves aliens and UFOs, does not mean that aliens or entities or creatures do not exist. I fully believe that there are entities and creatures that reside among us for thousands of years, perhaps even before humans. Fallen angels, demons, whatever you believe they are, whether they come from the waters, whether they come from another dimension altogether, they are very real. Project Bluebeam, Serge Manas never once stated that aliens or entities or creatures are not real. Of course there are real beings. Project Bluebeam is all about the powers that be using their fake man-made aliens, creatures, and beings to cause chaos among the public, to bring us into that one world government, that one world currency, that one world religion, to bring us into a total totalitarian state. Now, like I said, this is only if this is Project Bluebeam. If these are real entities, I do not believe these are aliens. These look like shadow people. One of the shadow entities caught on camera is even wearing a hat.
See?
And anybody familiar
It does look like a hat man, doesn't it?
with shadow people know that one of the shadow entities wear a hat known as the Hat Man. Shadow people have been here for centuries, for hundreds of years. Documented cases in the United States, even going back to the Native Americans.
All right, I'll stop there. Wanted to get some of that footage in. What's this one here? Anything else? Okay, cool. You can check the rest out at his channel if you like. Minutes of Horror.
Did this new perspective change your mind?
Same. It's the aliens in Brazil. Great story this year. Here's more of the dragons. Yeah, this is just more of the dragons footage. Oh yeah, he's throwing some of this in too. Cool.
Is that they seem to only appear after some kind of event. They almost work like a reverse Mothman creature. Remember the Mothman creature in West Virginia?
Oh, that's Mothman. I thought it was one of the berserkers. All right, we already seen that stuff though. It's Minutes of Horror. I got a few from him.
Today is such a great Saturday.
This is an old video, old school video, but it's a really good one as far as a haunting. This is somebody was outside the airport. This is a terminal that it's not connected to an airplane, and they filmed all these people walking through. Let's see.
In Bangkok. In a video captured in 2017, passengers on a plane are freaked out when they look out their window and they see passengers rushing off a plane. But not everything is as it seems, and why these passengers are freaking out looking at this is because this jet bridge is not connected to this plane. It's not connected to anything, leaving the question, where are these passengers coming from? The clip was taken by the Bangkok Airways pilot, Voravit Vijajiva. So this was taken by an actual pilot who has never seen anything like this before. Sharp-eyed viewers have pointed out that the jet bridge in question was in fact empty and not being used.
That's interesting, huh? Excuse me. Glitch in the Matrix. Maybe. Spirits.
A lady was home alone late one evening when she decided to make a video explaining the makeup that she uses. Several followers had asked her what specific brand she uses, so she decided to inform them of the exact brand. As she looks at her phone, she notices something terrifying in the background that she couldn't explain.
Hey guys, So someone commented in one of my videos, like the bronzer highlighter I use, and I use the Milani 05 Soleil. So I'm gonna try that on. And no.
A late.
But you know what? Those kind of experiences are, more common, I think, than people may realize. I think a lot of y'all have had experiences. I'm sure I've had some. Here's this is a really good capture. This is I remembered this one. This is really good. Of course, it's always a ghost, they say, but check out what happens.
Paranormal activity in his home ever since he moved in. He has done an incredible job of documenting the strange events, which mostly include seeing a childlike shadow figure haunting him at night. Now the paranormal activity has started in the daytime as well, leaving the family with constant anxiety. One day, when he was relaxing downstairs by himself, he began hearing strange noises and having the television turn off completely by itself. When he confronts the potential spirit, he is shocked at what takes place next.
Look at that. This is the most active during the day that I've seen. Oh, there goes the Xbox too.
It's crazier though. Watch the screen.
Oh, I'm not liking this. Oh, wow. Wait. I swear I can see. Ooh, stop it. I'm not liking that.
A man has been dealing with paranormal activity in his home ever since he moved in.
This is the most active during the day that I've seen. Oh, there goes the Xbox too. Wait a minute. Oh, I'm not liking this. Oh, wow. Wait. I swear I can see.
Yikes. I mean, you actually watch this thing manifest. That's scary.
Ooh, stop it.
Yikes. You know what, Daryl? That's a good point. I'd found one of the walking tree videos. It was recent, and then I realized it was a AI. Somebody was faking a new walking tree video. But I'm really glad you reminded me though, because those are some of the creepier clips from this year. So let's go over to TikTok.
Man is going viral in Brazil.
And let's check out.
Some sort of magic trick where loads of money
Stop.
appear out of.
Okay, TikTok. Quit it. Walking trees. Yeah. So if some of y'all may not have seen these, I don't know, maybe you missed some I've shown on KJ's What Happened, but there's some legit interesting clips here of it seems to be trees walking, so we'll just kind of jump in. I don't think that's one of them. It's going really fast. Let's find some of the old school. Here we go. This is some of the old school ones here that I remember. I say old school.
The colors high. He
Never mind. All right, come on, let's get some of the good ones.
Trees know how to move and walk on their own, which sounds absurd, but it's actually real. Today
Here
we
we
will
go.
take you to the moments when a camera accidentally captured the trees moving from one place to another. Now let's watch together. This is clip recorded when a man stands at a convenience store. Opposite him is the edge of the forest in the southeast of the state of Texas, USA. And the scenes he filmed were unbelievable. It can be said that this is the most vivid proof that trees can dance and move. Not stopping here, another YouTube account also accidentally filmed a scene of a moving tree in the old forest, where he was exploring with members of the Wilderness Survival Club. And this is exactly what makes him and everyone else really surprised and scared.
that'd be a
And
trip.
this can be said to be the clip that many netizens are most interested in watching, about trees being able to move by themselves. After this clip was uploaded by Emerson, it attracted a lot of views and comments about the fact that trees can move on their own is completely real. Another account said, "I couldn't believe my eyes. What the hell is this? Why can they move on their own?" And many similar comments. In life sometimes there are many things that are difficult to explain. So can plants really move on their own? Do they have souls? This is for you to decide.
Thanks. Let me see. There might be some more clips. Because there's some other classics. There were some good ones there. Yeah. Oh, here's a good one.
But then I seen this.
This is a good one.
And, well, look.
Hopefully he plays the original audio. It's just a couple on a canoe.
Like this. But this white tree, it looks like it's merging with the other trees. Is it a Christmas tree that somebody's moving and you can't see the person? Is it a jinn? Nah, I don't think it's a jinn. But there's no telling.
No, could be a tree spirit, right?
So normally I just let the video just play, but then I seen this.
Yeah, let me see. So that was a really good one, and I wish he would let it play, because that tree does merge with the other trees.
Walking.
Just what in the hell is going on with these trees? Recently, we have come across several videos of trees seemingly moving autonomously. At first, this seems impossible. Is this CGI? Special effects? AI-generated video? What could possibly be causing this?
You still see him moving through there. That's weird. All right, so there you go. There's some of the walking trees.
A man had been experiencing strange activity in his house ever since he moved in. He mainly heard came from a particular room down the hall.
Yeah.
One afternoon, he heard a strange growl coming from the room in question, so he decided to grab his camera and recorded the following. As he quickly looks inside the room, he captures a dark shadow figure with a hat standing in the middle of the room. Many people are convinced he captured the Hat Man, which is a ghost-like entity.
Yikes. Hat Man manifestation. Like, it's weird, right? You can tell there's like ripples around it. Like it's not a full form or something. Anyway, a lot of Hat Man tonight. And the last one is man arrested by robot. This is a big story, man. It's the first time we've ever seen something like this. But this is a robot dog taking this dude down, and the guy attacks the robot.
Dramatic East Lubbock standoff where multiple shots were fired and one person was injured. 39-year-old Felix De La Rosa was wanted for a parole violation. That's why officers tracked him to the hotel. But when he fired shots, they called in the Lubbock County SWAT team. At one point, we saw and heard him fire at a bomb squad robot. Take a listen. It sprayed tear gas into De La Rosa's hotel room. Initially, De La Rosa tried to fight the robot, even throwing sheets that would look like towels at it, but that didn't stop the robot from deploying gas. We watched as De La Rosa crawled out of that window and onto the ground where the robot pinned him until officers took him into custody. Taking a closer look at a...
Seriously, I mean, when I first saw that, I'm like, man, this is like, I mean, it's kind of historic. You know, we've been waiting on this kind of a thing. We knew it was coming. And we're just seeing the beginnings of it, and you know, just imagine what they can equip these things with. You know, it's like nightmare fuel, but I ain't worried about it. I hope you're not worried about it either. Let me take a look. Wow, we've went over 3 hours. Not bad, man. Great crowd tonight too. Thank you all so much, man. You're such a blessing for being here, and thanks again for all your kind words, kind messages. I really appreciate you. Oh yeah, so news type stuff. I got my P.O. box is up. It's working fine. I lost it just for a couple days, but I got it back. Everything's up and running and smooth. So I just picked up some letters this past week, and I'll always respond to y'all personally. So I'll be writing you back this week. Okay, so thank you so much, and just thanks for being here, guys. I'll be doing more live shows, of course. I have been doing live shows here. I'll next week, my new video is coming up this week, and then maybe next Friday we'll probably do a catching up with KJ and hang out here, and kind of go with that. Those are always kind of a potpourri. Never quite know what we're going to get. Be a mix of things. All right. But let me go ahead and jump over here and hang out and chat with you guys for a little bit. Oh, man. Did I have that StreamYard logo up the whole time? I didn't mean to have that up there the whole time. Oh, well. I guess I messed that up. That's okay. Let me put a background up here. How about that? There you go. Yeah, I didn't mean to have that StreamYard logo up there the entire time. Let me see if I can take it down now. I know it's a little late, but wow. Yeah, there you go. My bad. Didn't even realize that. Hopefully it didn't bother anybody out there too much. But good to see y'all, man. Tamara, thanks again for hanging in there. And I know you probably, I didn't see. It's kind of hard to keep up with chat, but I'm sure you had to, deal with probably a couple of trolls. But you always do good. Thank you. And thank you guys so much for being here. Let me see what we got. We got Greater Good, Robert F. Donahue, Hoko, Ponono, Janine, good to see y'all. Flowers in the Attic, Matt S. Jason X is here. Negrito, Tenfold, Evita, Lauren Williams, Dimps. What's up, Dimps? Blessed Hope 923, Desert Trance, good to see you, man. Bob Cagion, you too. Greg Olson, thank you for that, man. Hey, Cornflakes, baby, good to see you. Rage Against the Machine. Good to see everybody. Oh, what just happened? Oh, okay. I'm getting that fixed. The background. Is it like a little behind? I guess it is, isn't it? Yeah, it is. John, good to see you. John Bourgeon, Miss Peacock, Christy. Hey, Kel. I do. I'm on Twitter X under the scariest movie ever. Actually, check the links underneath the player here. I've got a link to my Twitter and Facebook and Instagram and BitChute, and Rumble is the most important. In fact, speaking of which, let me see if I still have it here. No, I don't. Darn. Let me bring that up. I'm going to give you guys the link in chat to KJ's What Happened for tomorrow. Let me do that real quick in case you would like to join. Come on over to Rumble. Rumble, KJ Osborne, OZBORNE. That's where to go. It's like where all my latest stuff is and everything's there. And a lot of my old videos I lost have been posting up there. Also on BitChute. My website's been screwed up for a while, so I got to get it fixed this week. I haven't been able to upload there for probably almost a month. So anyway, I've got to get that fixed. I'll be fixing that this week. New video coming up this week. Next Friday, probably do a catching up with KG. Then we'll do like another call-in show here in a few weeks. Kind of what I'm thinking right now. Let's see who else we got here. Robin McAdam, Lady Chrome. Old school friends up in here. Drunk Monk 21. Hey, thanks. I'm glad y'all liked it, man. I'm glad you liked the show like this. Yeah, they're fun. I like doing them too. Guacamole Kid, that's not a bad idea. Live stream the movie, huh? Well, maybe. I don't know, man. I got to play careful with this channel. You know, I'm still a little stung, so I got to be careful, but I appreciate it. It's a good idea. Hey, cool, John. Nice to hear, man. Be safe with that. Daryl Calhoun, of course. DM. Joy Calhoun. Southern Northern, nice to see ya. Any other truth channels? I always mention kind of the same. My friend Jonathan Kleck, KC Enter the Stars, Days of Noah, Unplug 'em, Neftali, Nicholson. He doesn't upload as much. Nicholson 1976. That's off the top of my head. I'm sure I've missed some people. Jacob Israel. A lot of people like Jacob. But yeah, hopefully that helps. Guacamole Kid. Oh yeah, so yeah, KJ's What Happened tomorrow, 2 p.m. Central Standard on Rumble. Please come hang out if you're able to. They're a lot of fun. We have great show there, I think, but a great crowd, great people. Black Child, yeah, I wish he was still around, but he was another one. Yeah, I'll do another call-in show soon. And yeah, good to see y'all, man. Thanks again. You guys are all awesome. Much love to yous. I'll be back. I'll be doing shows here. I may even be doing a video. I've been thinking maybe doing a video here. Like I said, just stay tuned. But thanks for still being subbed here to this channel. It's not dead. It'll be very active and, you know, cool. But the videos I do, the big ones, I have to keep off of YouTube. But I may be doing some smaller ones, and if I do, I'll do them here on this channel. All right, cool. I love you guys, man. Let me say a prayer for us. Heavenly Father, thank you so much for all these amazing people that hung out, watched the show today, and also those that are watching later. And I just appreciate them sharing their precious time with us, Lord. So thank you so much. Thanks for being with us in spirit also and helping us to see all these things in context and really understand it's about spiritual warfare and how the veil really is thin. And these things really are coming in. You know, there's crazy things manifesting. So thank you for helping us to stay aware of these things and to try to warn other people and just give us that strength and courage and encouragement and endurance that we need that we can only get through you. So thank you for that, and just thanks again, Lord, for all these people who are such a blessing. Thank you for all the blessings you provide for us, for that peace that you give us that goes beyond all understanding, and I pray we're all found worthy to escape the things coming upon this earth. I love you, Lord, and in Jesus' name I pray, amen. All right, y'all. Thanks again for being here. You guys are amazing. Good to see you, Gina, MH. Good to see y'all. Sorry if I missed any names. Mandroid. But yeah, I love y'all, man. Y'all have a great night, and I'll see you tomorrow, 2 p.m. Central Standard over on Rumble. Plenty to get into from this week, okay? All right, so thanks again, Tamara. All right, till then, take care. Thank you.